Mm-hmm. Mm. Do 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 do. Hold on, where's the music? Arr.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, America, fuck yeah, freedom is the only way. Yeah, terrorist, your game is through, 'cause now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah, America. Fuck yeah. bombs away. Blowing up the White House on the lake. I need it right now. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all put me in a box in the Hall of Fame. Bombs away. Blowing up the White House on the lake. I need it right now. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all put me in a box in the Hall of Fame. King of the jungle, best one out and so humble. 100 gold chains and a bitch like Rapunzel. Rumble, how your bitches royally run through. If you don't rock with Willie, then it really is fuck you. I gotcha, all about the green like it's matcha. I make these bitches scream with my big rocket launcher. Stomp ya, deep into the streets of Sri Lanka. On some shit they never seen, like the Loch Ness Monster. But I'ma make these bitches dance so cool. You know I'm digging to it like a lens so cool. I might not get another chance so cool. So you know I gotta do it till I get no more. So best don't get in my way. Fiasco in a biplane, hoes digging my grave. Best don't get in my way. Roscoe, yippee-ki-yay. Bombs away.
Alright. Uh-huh. Sorry, we're getting started in a moment. Whew. Bitch, be for real. All right, so Hi, Oracle. Hi, Ari. Hi, Grammar. Good to have you all here. Good to have you all here for a little bit. I have my red, white, and blue vodka. Let's get started. Alright, can y'all hear me now? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Okay. It's in 4 minutes. 4 minutes, y'all. Alright, we got... Okay. Got a few minutes until this is going to be... Okay. God bless. Okay. Alright. Whatever. Whatever. So, Ari, check out my stuff for the YouTube if you could. That would be great. My sister took the headset, so I won't be able to join, but it's okay. I kind of didn't anyway. Yeah, fine. Fine, this isn't going to be everyone. This isn't going to be for everyone. I don't think this is for anyone but the people who care. And care to care. Fuck. Where are we? What are we doing? Ah, here. And I'm putting away Kick Chat. There we go. I made a YouTube thumbnail. And tagged it 2024 debate and everything. So, oh, hi, Thunder. Hi, babe. So, who's excited to watch two geriatric men try to talk about everyone's rights for hours? Here we go. CNN. 32... Oh, dear Lord. Oh, Lord. What the fuck? Reds! Hello! I do care, just don't want to play VR today. I'm trying to play some more Sea of Thieves. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah. This is gonna be important. This is gonna be great. Wow. Okay, there we go. Definitely me. I bet Sleepy Joe's the one who's gonna have the heart attack first. Oh my lord. Okay, So I'm just gonna put on some music in the background for everyone as we wait. Okay, so we're gonna get started in 30 minutes. Great. Alright, we have 30 something minutes until this motherfucking countdown. Okay, what is eating my internet right now? Okay, hold up. Is it that I'm streaming to 2 different places?
I'll be back in 30.
Okie dokie. See ya, Gator. They're finally accepted ad or escaped ad purgatory. Alright, how's things going, y'all? How we feeling? Papa, it's been good to see you around again. I've been missing you, man. You're hot. Can you hear me? Hello? I was saying it's nice to see you again, but okay. That's okay. Hi, Scarlett. But yeah, I'm gonna resync here. We have 30 minutes to kill. There's a bingo chart that we could do. I'm gonna set up the cameras. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good one. Actually, okie dokie. We'll do that. Hi, y'all. How we all feeling? How we all doing? What the fuck? Wait, is... how's it looking on stream, actually? Okay, that's not good. No, there's that. Okay, how is stream looking, actually?
Hello.
Hi, babe.
Two green.
Hey, Freya.
Hi, love. How are you doing? I'm currently on Twitch right now, if that's okay, but right now I'm struggling with bandwidth, I think.
You seem like yours at me.
Sorry, what? I seem like what? Would you mind repeating again? Okay. What is wrong with my internet? Hi, Poxy. Let's see what sort of stuff they say now. Yeah, that would be great. Internet speed test. What is going on? What's going on?
Hmm?
Wow. I can't even reach the site. Internet speed test, motherfucker. Oh my god, that is a travesty. That is indeed quite unfortunate. Okay, so let me try this again. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
All Over the Map project.
In our economy for 4 years when Donald Trump was president. I like the America First mindset.
But many voters dislike or have doubts about both, which
Okay.
makes this debate a critical campaign crossroads.
Okay, Jesus, I've been missing everything, haven't I?
And I don't feel comfortable.
Holy shit, now I can finally see the
incumbent
fucking
cost of
video.
living is a giant challenge.
You were also lagging like crazy.
Yeah, I was lagging like fucking crazy. I was saying, hi Papa
Rising
K,
rents
and you
keep the
weren't
blood in
responding, and I was
Milwaukee and in
like,
Las Vegas.
oh my
And
god, it's good to see you at
Biden
events,
must
and you
dominate,
didn't say
like
anything, and
Everything here in Georgia is so expensive.
oh
I can
my
only
lord.
afford so much, with
Yep,
whatever
yep,
job
yep.
I find.
Even strong Biden
Why
supporters
are you guys
complain
watching
of
this? This is
supermarket sticker
only-
shock.
It's just me
I
and my
love
wife,
hitting my
and it's
blood pressure.
$200 every time I go to the grocery store.
Well, don't, content warning, reality.
No matter how many Taylor Swift references you make, you'll never understand us.
A bigger Biden problem with younger voters is anger at his handling of the Hamas-Israel conflict.
I don't think nobody wants to vote for Biden. If Biden wants to get certain votes, he needs to change.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 second, I'm resetting the Wi-Fi again. Hold up. Okay.
With whatever job I find.
Even strong course. Trump, though, also has a long list of weaknesses that could be debate flashpoints. Joan London just left the Republican Party, registered as an independent.
You streaming right now?
More of,
Yep.
of a positive vision, just a different emphasis, and what I'm seeing in the National Party just didn't reflect my values the way it had.
Linda Rooney hasn't ruled out voting for Trump, but January 6th is an obstacle.
They can hear
How the
you.
fuck is it not fucking...
Believe that it was happening, and I was angry that he didn't, that Trump didn't say something, that Trump didn't stop it.
And yet you still might vote for him.
I might, yeah.
Oh my god.
Odes is a Georgia Christian conservative pondering a third-party vote because of doubts about Trump's character.
Honestly, I wish that there was another candidate
You
that would
wish
have
there was a
come through the primaries instead of
candidate.
it being just, Donald Trump.
Yes, many minds are already made up. But for those with doubts about both Biden and Trump, this is a giant
This is the last
test.
debate
Joining us
of
now to talk
them.
more about this right now, though.
No, this is the first one of this cycle. We've not had 4 years of both of them.
And definitely relevant today. Susan
I know,
moderated the vice presidential debate
I know.
between
Yeah, we're about to
Pence and
watch
Kamala
two
Harris
old farts
in
argue,
2020. It's great
Blizaga.
to see you guys. Susan, let's do a little compare and contrast. I'll start with you. Reasons that
They
you
only
think
hear
going
you, or
after
can they
hearing,
also
especially
hear
hearing all
us
those
in this
voters
stream?
that
Well,
John
if they
McCain
can't
spoke
hear
to over
y'all,
many
then they
months.
can't hear
Reasons
this.
that you think
So,
Joe Biden might have an advantage
yeah,
this
they
evening.
kind of need to be able to hear
Well, he
y'all
might
in
have
order
an
for this to be
advantage
heard,
because he has
unless you want me to turn down your volume.
That's fine.
That doesn't put off
That's
voters.
fine.
Donald Trump can have a demeanor that does put off
Alright,
voters,
fine. You
and
can
also
also
because
show
I
me
think
if
that
you
Biden
want
could have a
to.
good night because expectations have been placed pretty
Fine,
low,
thank you.
including by Donald Trump over the last several months, depicting
Like
him
the only
as
thing you
a
can't show
feeble
me
and,
is when my
mentally
fucking
lacking
lighting
the
is
acuity
fucking
to be
up.
president. So
Also.
if Biden
Alright,
shows
alright.
up and does as he did at the State of the Union address, voters may say, yeah, he looks like he's fit for another 4 years.
Literally, Donald Trump, I think it was on social media, said that Joe Biden is the worst
What?
debater of all time. I think was how it was said at one point, and obviously that has changed.
Huh?
So then on the
I
flip
didn't
side,
say
what are the
anything.
reasons that you think Donald
Lord,
Trump may have
thank
an
you.
advantage this evening?
Listen, it's all of the things we heard from those voters in swing states. People are living a kind of economic anxiety. They're counting their paychecks.
So,
by the
who's
number of
responsible for the
items they
economic
can get,
anxiety?
at the store. So, and they've
Do you
lived this
think?
for a while, and so he has been.
Well, who do you think is more responsible?
Those kind of points.
Companies that
inflation,
set their own
that
prices,
voters have
or
around the economy,
the guy they don't want to
inflation,
win?
rising prices.
Take a listen to how these two candidates have been talking about the
Okay, I'll
economy
tell you something.
over
I'll
the
tell
last
you
6 months.
something.
No, it's
I'll tell you something. The whole government in America is fucked. Super fucked.
okay.
Fuck.
That kind of
There's
talk
no-
is literally I should just shoot myself. Yeah. So that's what you're suggesting. I should just lay down and rot. Give up, not care?
The first rule that has to fall is don't shoot yourself. The first rule that has to fall is
Here's the thing.
Don't make the people able to fucking buy stocks that are in politics. Just don't.
Well, here's what needs to happen. First, we need to have people who actually win elections who are representative of our values. Jaworski, well, who's the fuck's Jaworski? No, fucking what's his name in Jamal something in New York was an example of like tens of millions of dollars being put into a local election to out-primary a progressive candidate who actually doesn't like a lot of the things that are bad about the, country and wants a lot of good things. The problem is, the only way that you're going to reasonably be able to make it so that levers of power cannot be used to consolidate that power is to use what levers of power you do have against them. Do you know how the plebeians got equal rights with the patricians in ancient Rome? They didn't do it in the Civil War.
Okay, I'll tell you something. If you're going back to ancient Rome, you're going a couple steps too far.
No, I'm not. I'm actually describing a physical fucking political force. Whenever the patricians, whenever the people who ruled the city didn't listen to the people who lived in the city simply left. They simply stopped working. They did a general strike, they did a boycott, and then suddenly, because they were localized and they had that kind of effect, they actually got what they wanted, which is rights. They got their first constitution, they got civil rights. Yeah.
You know what's that called?
A general
it's called
strike.
The Black Day.
For all of the unpredictability.
No, it's not called the Black Day. It's called the secession of the plebs.
What are you telling
There's a point in modern economy where all countries have to sell debts and IOUs.
I think there is a lot
No, because that's stupid.
No, they have to keep the government rolling. Every government is built on debt.
Everyone owes everyone everything, okay? Listen, no one can call in their debts and everyone knows it. We all just work together.
But I think the big weakness for Trump
I'll
on
tell you
this
something.
issue,
You know who owns most of China's debt?
The market loses trust.
I want this as a political issue. People don't like that.
Like in Britain happened during Liz Truss. The second the market loses trust and doesn't buy you IOUs anymore, you don't have any money.
Yeah, so don't do what they did and fucking ruin your country, or else you're gonna get fucked. And you're telling me my country's fucked when Britain exists?
The question is, did it like, it doesn't matter who are you voting for right now.
Yeah, it does. Oh no, it actually does very much. And if you don't think so, if you don't think it matters, you're either uninformed or trying to get me killed.
No.
But do they need to be careful about
I don't.
Because if they win, the Republicans will enact 2024 or Project 2025. If they enact Project 2025, the Republicans will get rid of porn, they will get rid of trans people, gay people, and women's rights. They will actually do this. And if you... Yes, I think it can happen. It happened in Iran.
Rights is gonna go through? That's in the
They got rid of
Constitution.
abortion. No, it isn't. It's an abortion issue. And if they have all 3 seats of government, they don't need to worry about the Constitution anymore. If they have all 3 branches of government and they're Nazis, then yes, they don't care about institutional fucking things like the Constitution anymore. They're actually saying now that constitutional interpretation should be what's moral rather than what's original interpretation. After decades of saying we're going to do constitutional originalism until we have a majority, at which point we're going to start advocating for constitutional moralism, in which we start like ruling on what we think is under no pretense should the arms of the proletariat be released. Anyways, so to be honest, yeah.
So you're saying it's gonna be a civil war?
Maybe.
When Trump wins.
Either it's a civil war if he loses, a civil war if he wins, or neither a civil war if either of them win.
Hello, motherfucker.
hello, motherfucker. Because essentially what happens if Trump wins is either the military says, hold on, you're overstepping the Constitution here, and we swore an oath to the Constitution, not to you, mother lover. At which point all the drones suddenly start bombing around inside the country. Smile.
This is a debate earlier than ever before.
So,
and this is
Are we living in Fallout?
to really focus in their message on
No.
the persuadable voters, many of whom have been
Not yet.
disengaged.
once that happens, though, China will invade Taiwan, and Russia will probably obliterate Ukraine a little bit, just tiny bit.
Oh, they're okay. Actually, I want Biden to win. I want Biden to win. Because you
Isn't
don't
that
see
the
any-
right?
But
I think when you make that decision, it might be well if you would ask yourself.
Remember when the only foreign policy, like, fucking buff that Trump said was, yeah, I shook hands with North Korea. Literally the only fucking country no one wants to play with.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Those three moments and many more are the kinds my next guest has studied.
Oh yeah, right. He's gonna put all the Democrats in jail because he will be absolved of his felonies if he wins. If he wins, he doesn't have to worry about ever going to jail for any of his felonies or crimes. And he will just start politically imprisoning people under martial law because that's what Project 2025 says they're going to do. They're going to get rid of the Democratic Party and everyone registered under it and lock them all up or shoot them. They're just going to shoot them, actually. They said that capital punishment is going to be accessible to every individual officer.
You know where you...
That is Project 2025. That is their stated goal.
Personality, to looking at the presentation.
That is their campaign platform. That is what they want. They have said it. They have outlined it. Project 2025. Look it up on Wikipedia if you don't believe me.
Okay, World War III, the Nazis are gonna be the Americans?
4 years ago.
If Trump wins,
And that line there, all the pundits said, oh my God, we're going to be a banana republic. He says he'd throw her in jail. And every network went nuts on him. Our focus group said, oh my God, he's actually going to hold her accountable. This is exactly what we're looking for in politics. So he was a disaster in 2020. He was really good in 2016.
Well, when you look at those two moments, I'm sure there were some.
I don't know what kind of punditry they're doing because I don't care to listen to these fucking corporate talkheads. Listen, everything that CNN says is fucking invalid because literally they lie all the fucking time. Like they lied about being in a war zone in the 90s. They misconstrue a lot of what's going on.
In defining ways or undermine the political case that each wants to present
Like,
to Americans. Viewers will quickly decide
some
whether
bullshit.
accusations are fair.
Some bullshit indeed. By the way, I left a meme in the Discord you may find interesting. Glad I ain't political, but this is going to be funny.
What does that
Yeah.
look like? What does that look like?
Otherwise, only 4%.
This is gonna be really funny.
This is going to be really interesting. Holy shit.
Oracle of Sorrow.
Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you for the gifted sub, Oracle. Holy shit. That's very kind of you. Thank you so very much.
Do you feel more or less secure if I'm Donald Trump? And if I'm Joe Biden, do you really want to go back to that chaos? Do you really want to go back to, and I'm going to do that for 3 or 4 times, either ask a question or make a statement where you know the public.
Thank you so very much.
Heads, yes. The problem is Trump wants to own Joe Biden. And he's got no self-control whatsoever. And in Joe Biden's case, he really hasn't figured out how to handle the ex-president. And he's not made the case for his own
He sounded like fireworks.
election as well as he could have.
That was my whistle. I actually like this guy's interpretation of it because he is right. Trump is kind of just like gonna take whatever bait he wants. He's probably gonna say some Sieg Heil shit on stage. Like last time he had a debate with Joe Biden, he said, "Proud Boys, stand back and stand by." This time he's probably just gonna pull out a gun and do something illegal.
What Trump said about Hillary Clinton, there would have been no reaction to that inside that room if there had been no
Like, no, he literally said, he said before, I could shoot someone on Times Square and no one would care.
How much of a difference do you think
He said that before in the past. And I swear to Jesus, we're going to be in for some funny shit.
To get Joe Biden into a debate that he said yes to anything.
He's gonna pull out a Johnny's dad.
I don't think so. I don't think so. FBI. I don't think Donald Trump. Secret Service. Well, half of the
Somebody's
Secret.
gonna shoot him.
It depends on how many of the
Somebody's
Secret
gonna
Services. Who's Secret Service, right?
Well, they're both teams there because they're both former presidents.
After week, he made fun of him.
Presidents, former presidents. Like,
Well,
they
one's
have
a-
both their entourage.
They both, yeah, but one entourage likes Trump, one entourage likes Biden, and if a fight breaks out,
Do they like him or do they just do their job?
a lot of the people who work for Donald Trump still want to.
These two men are probably the best known politicians in US history.
Somebody
So
has
go
to.
up on the stage.
Well, somebody has
they
to.
want to.
I said a lot of them, from what I've
Trump has
understood.
been
Toby
bullied
wants me to
the
drink some
boys.
water. We're gonna drink some water in his honor.
Do not want these two people. They're upset that it's Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. In the
Yes,
end,
we are. We're fucking
We're going to
livid.
be voting those final undecided voters, not on the candidate they like, but on the candidate they dislike the least. And that's why our democracy is so challenged right now. We're not happy with our choices, so we're trying to vote for the least worst evil.
That's always what we're trying to do. That's always what all politics always has been. You fucking idiots. That's always what it's been, ever since the Romans.
The historic rematch between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is anything but a rerun. A vastly different set of issues are driving this race, as the president and former president come face to face for their first debate of the 2024 campaign. 4 years since they shared a stage.
You're the worst president
Oh, this
America's ever
Trump,
had.
but no.
In 47 months, I've done more than you've done in 47 years, Joe.
Feels like an upside-down lifetime ago, back when the coronavirus pandemic was raging.
Oh yeah, right. Remember when Trump left us off? Remember how Trump left us off, right? Yeah. You want him back? You want that back?
He's shut down.
If he gets back into office, coronavirus is just going to come back just out of spite.
On the campaign trail.
Out of spite. Corona's just going to come back. Just out of fucking spite.
And in TV ads.
This election is between
The Chinese are gonna pull out in Australia.
I don't think it's gonna be the Chinese. I think it's gonna be the Russians. The Russians are crazy enough to do that shit.
Reminder of just how much the country, the world, and yes, they have changed. From an insurrection and all its fallout to a new fight on abortion rights. In the wake of the U.S. Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade. To Russia's
See?
invasion of Ukraine. And a war
You really
in the
think
Middle East.
constitutional rights? It's in the constitution. No, it isn't.
Role in the world.
What are you talking about?
Inflation and immigration.
Women not having, they're not going to have contraceptive rights either. They're going to get rid of contraceptive rights for Americans as well. That's what they're targeting right now in the Supreme Court.
Okay. So you have. Do you know the moonshine runners? You're gonna have fucking condom runners.
Come to pass, Biden's record is now under the microscope, complicating his effort to make it a
I thought of a new lucrative deal that I can do for.
The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie.
He even went to a debate with COVID. He went to a debate with COVID.
Presidential candidates are even older. Trump
Oh yeah, he
78,
did.
Biden
I remember.
81, with
Again,
8
Trump had COVID. Why is he still alive? Or how is he still alive? The why is because we're all meant to suffer in this life.
Biden's favorability has fallen 11 points since
Hi, Kazakhan.
He's the devil. He's the devil show. He's the devil's show.
No, not the devil. He is just the Antichrist, though. He is Antichrist-like.
Televised debates have long been a storied part of presidential campaigns. With history
Who is the
making votes for
Antichrist?
candidates.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, the Antichrist is supposed to be someone who comes and bastardizes the image of Jesus and what he says in order to do everything Jesus would have hated. Literally what Trump is doing. People are literally claiming he's the next coming of Jesus in many cases because his cult is that bad. This is why I fucking hate it when people say I have a cult or that my community is like a cult. I really don't like it. Because cults are actually fucking scary and bad for the people in them, and I don't want to be like that.
Oh, they are.
By, like, definition and structure. Hey, gotta go to the speakeasy to get some condoms. Lamau.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
300, man.
Georgia, a key battleground state in the race for the White House. In just moments, the current U.S. president will debate the former U.S. president as their party's presumptive nominees, a first in American history. We want to welcome our viewers in the United States and around the world to our studios in Atlanta. This is the
Oh, Lord. They're in Atlanta. God.
This debate is being produced by CNN and is coming to you live on CNN, CNN International, CNN.com, CNN Max, and CNN Espanol. This is a pivotal moment between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump in their rematch for the nation's highest office. Each will make his case to the American people with just over 4 months until Election Day. Good evening, I'm Dana Bash, anchor of CNN's Inside Politics and co-anchor of State of the Union.
I'm Jake Tapper, anchor of CNN's The Lead and co-anchor of State of the Union. Dana and I will co-moderate this evening. Our job is to facilitate a debate between the two candidates tonight. Before we introduce them, we want to share the rules of the debate with the audience at home. Former President Trump will be on the left side of the screen. President Biden will be appearing on the right. A coin toss determined their positions. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a question and 1 minute each for responses and rebuttals. An additional minute for follow-up, clarification, or response is at the moderator's discretion.
When it's time for a candidate to speak, his microphone will be turned on and his opponent's microphone will be turned off. Should a candidate interrupt when his microphone is muted,
the rules,
he will be difficult to
boys.
understand for viewers at home. At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 2 minutes for closing statements. There is no studio audience tonight. Pre-written notes, props, or content.
Wait, no students audience? I thought COVID was gone.
By accepting our
No, it isn't,
Does nobody want
actually.
to see those grandpas?
agreed to accept these rules.
COVID is actually spiking up every now and then.
States Joe Biden.
There he is! Uncle Grandpa Douche!
What?
And please welcome the 45th president of the
No,
United
that's
States,
Trump. Trump is the one who shits himself. No, Trump literally shot himself in court. Like, it was so bad, every news reporter just fucking couldn't stand it. And as a result, his fucking supporters have started wearing golden diapers.
Being here, let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern.
You think I'm making this up? Look it up.
Inflation has slowed, but prices remain high. Since you took office, the price of essentials has increased. For example, a basket of groceries that cost $100 then now costs more than $120. And typical home prices have jumped more than 30%. What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president, what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. You'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do is try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought out the position where we have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. But there's more to be done. There's more to be done. Working class people are still in trouble.
Boys,
I come from Scranton, Pennsylvania,
very
a household
I'm sorry.
where the kitchen table, if the things weren't able to be met during the month, it was a problem. Price of eggs, the price of gas, the price of housing, the price of a whole range of things. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure I deal with those problems. And we're going to make sure that we reduce the price of housing. We're going to make sure we build 2 million new units. We're going to make sure we cap rents so corporate greed can't take over. The combination, what I was left with in corporate greed, is the reason why we're in this problem right now. In addition to that, we're in a situation where if you take a look at all that was done in his administration, He didn't do much at all.
I want what they have him on so that he's reading this fast.
Literally chaos. And so we put things back together. We created, I said, those jobs. We make sure
Give me
we
that
have those
stimulant,
jobs.
motherfucker.
And now we brought down the price of prescription drugs, which is a major issue for many people, to $15.
Dude, does that guy even have
an
blue in
insulin
his...
shot.
What is
for
Biden's
$100.
eye color?
No senior has to pay more than $200 for any drug, all the drugs they can include beginning next year. In a situation,
big are his
we're going to make that
pupils?
available to everybody, to all Americans. So we're working to bring down the price of around the kitchen table, and that's what we're going to get done.
Thank you. President Trump?
We have the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID, and when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. By the time we finished, so we did a great job. We got a lot of credit for the economy, a lot of credit for the military, and no wars, and so many other things. Everything was rocking.
Bullshit. He didn't pull out of Afghanistan like he said he would. Biden had
Getting
to.
us out of that COVID mess. He created mandates that was a disaster for our country. But other than that, we had given them back a country where the stock market actually was higher than pre-COVID, and nobody thought that was even
stock
possible.
market.
The only jobs he created,
Obviously,
are for
what most
illegal
Americans
immigrants
care
and
about.
bounce back jobs, the bounce back from the COVID. He has not done a good job. He's done a poor job, and inflation's killing our country. It is absolutely killing us.
Thank you. President Biden?
Well, look, the greatest economy in the world. He's the only one who thinks that, I think. I don't know anybody else who thinks he had the greatest economy in the world. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that we find ourselves in a situation where his economy, he rewarded the wealthy. He had the largest tax cut in American history, $2 trillion. He raised a deficit larger than any president has in any one term. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who's lost more jobs than he had when he began, since Herbert Hoover. The idea
He just
that he
lost
did
the
something
election,
that was
right there.
significant. And the military, you know, when he was
He just
president, they were
lost
still
it.
killing people in Afghanistan.
How so?
He didn't
You know
do
why?
anything about that. When he was
The
president,
thing
we
you
still
said
find
about
ourselves in a
Afghani,
position
it's
where
not the
you
big greatest in the
have a
world.
notion that
You can't fucking say that in
it's a safe
public.
country. The truth is,
You
I'm the only
can't.
president
You
in this
lose.
century that doesn't have any
Hard.
this decade that doesn't have any troops
Oh, no.
dying anywhere in the world like he did.
President Trump, I want to follow up if I can.
Am I allowed to respond to him?
Well, I'm going to ask you a follow-up. You can do whatever you want with the minute that we give you. I want to follow up. You want to impose a 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. How will you ensure that that doesn't drive prices even higher?
It's not going to drive them higher. It's just going to cost countries that have been ripping us off for years.
Oh,
like
shut
China
the
and
fuck
many
up.
Others, in all fairness to China, it's going to just force them to pay us a lot of money, reduce.
It's
our
going to raise the
deficit
prices of
tremendously,
everything
and give
manufactured
us a
out
lot
of the U.S.,
power for other
a.k.a.
countries.
everything,
He made a
dumbass.
statement. The only thing he was right about
Everything's
was I
going to
gave
get
you the
expensive. It's
largest
going to get worse.
tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And
Oh,
the
my
jobs
God.
came down, and then they bounced back, and he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. Now, he inherited almost no inflation, and it stayed that way for
That's
14
actually
months.
factually
And then
incorrect.
it
He
blew
is
up
just
under his
li-
leadership because
lying.
They spent money like a bunch of people that didn't know what because they spent money like a bunch of people that
Are
didn't
they
know
in
what
the
they were
fact
doing,
check
and they don't
today?
know what they were doing. It was the worst, probably the
No,
worst
because this isn't an
administration in
actual
history.
debate.
There's never
The actual
been.
debate
As
would
far as
have.
Afghanistan is
Okay,
concerned,
an
I was
actual
getting
good
out of
debate.
Afghanistan, but we were getting out with
The moderator
dignity,
should
with strength,
fucking
with
despise
power. He
both
got out. It was the
people.
most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
I don't think
President
there's.
Trump, over the
I don't
last
He
think
need, they
there's
need to be
American
able to make
who
both of
does
them
this
fucking
by
national
sweat.
debt soared to record highs. And according to a new nonpartisan analysis, President Trump approved $8.4 trillion in new debt. Well, so far, President Biden, you've approved $4.3 trillion in new debt.
Half
so
the
for
debt.
President Trump, many of the tax cuts that you signed into law are set to expire next year. You want to extend them and go even further, you say. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about any other country. But we spurred, that tax spurred. Now, when we cut the taxes, as an example, the corporate tax was cut down to 21%.
This is
31%,
great.
Plus, beyond that, we took in more revenue with much less tax, and companies were bringing back trillions of dollars back into our
Jesus
country.
Christ.
The country was going like never before. And we were ready to start paying down debt. We're ready to start using the liquid gold right under our feet, the oil and gas right under
This
our
is
feet.
this is literally him just signaling, yeah, I fuck the poor dude, and all of his poor fucking supporters are like, yeah, fuck those guys, not reeling they're them.
All of the therapeutics and all of the
But when
things
you
that
talk
we came
about
up
the economy,
with,
you're just talking
we
about
gave
people that
him
do
something
stocks.
great. Remember,
Well,
more
no,
people
you're
They
died
have
under his
majority of power in
administration,
Washington.
Even though we had large restrictions.
talking about the
More
economy is
people died under his
interesting. That's really
administration,
not a lot of
something
time
which
for some
people
serious
don't like to
questions.
talk about.
His voice is
But
really
yet far more
scratchy
people
sounding.
died
Yeah, Blade,
in
he's
his
not.
administration. He did the
He's not
mandate,
doing
which
well.
is a disaster,
What's a big cocktail of
mandating
shit
it.
though?
The vaccine went
Wait,
out. He
Trump
did
is
a
on the
mandate
left?
on
My
the
gosh.
vaccine, which is the thing
Leftist
that
Trump
people
when?
most objected to about the vaccine, and he did a very poor job, just a very poor job. And I will tell you, not only poor there, but
I
throughout the
fucking love
entire
Biden's
world,
smile
they
here.
don't
He's like, what
respect
the
us as a
fuck
country.
is this guy
They don't
on?
respect our leadership. They don't respect
Okay,
the United
Biden's
States
cognizant
anymore.
enough
We're
he
like
can
a
still be
third world
funny.
nation between weaponization of his election, trying
Well,
to go
Biden's
after
on
his
probably
political
the best
opponent.
Adderall there
All
is.
of the things
I
he's
know,
done,
that's what I
we've
was
become
saying.
like a
I want what
third
they got
world
him on.
nation, and it's a shame. The damage
Yeah, me
he's
too.
done to our country. And I'd love
Dude,
to
just
ask
fucking
him,
put
and
that
will,
shit in my
want that
veins.
cocktail.
millions of people to come in
Yup,
here
yup,
from
yup.
jails
Cocktail.
and mental institutions
Yeah,
to
yeah.
come into our country and destroy our
Reds, can I
country.
tell you something about you that I really like?
Immigration later in this block. President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond. to
I'm also red, and you're red.
He had the largest.
No, I was gonna say that you actually seem very positive, and that's something that I
Number
really
two,
want to emulate.
He got $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example,
Thank you, love.
we have 1,000
Anyways.
trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening?
1,000
We're in a
trillionaires.
situation where
Gaff,
they tax
it's over.
8.2%
You misspoke
tax.
once.
If they just paid 24%.
Trump has been lying for hours, but he's misspoke once. Debate over.
$1 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care,
The
making sure we
economy is
continue to
stupid.
strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that
Bill
we're able to
Clinton.
make every single
He knew
solitary
everything
person
except how to fucking not touch a
eligible for
woman.
What I've been able to do with the,
No, how to
with
fucking keep it
COVID.
secret.
Excuse me, with
Touch women as much as you
Keep your hands to yourself, Bill.
look,
Keep it
Bill Clinton
secret.
made us a globalist country.
Medicare.
Thank you, President
They
Biden.
fucked up the
President Trump.
tariffs.
Well, he's right. He did
So
beat Medicare. He beat it
$10
to
here
death,
would be
and
the
he's
equivalent to
destroying
$10
Medicare
somewhere else.
Because
It
all
used to
of
be
these people are
like our
coming
equivalent
in.
of $10
They're
was
putting
like
them on
$30
Medicare,
somewhere
they're
else.
putting them on Social Security. They're
So
going
he
to
fucked that
destroy
up.
Social Security. This man is
He
going to
fucked up our
single-handedly
GTD
destroy
permanently.
Social Security. These
Also-
millions and
also
millions
the
of people
EU
coming in,
formed.
they're trying to put them on Social Security.
The EU?
He will wipe out
True.
Social Security. He will wipe out
But
Medicare.
the United
So he was
States
right
is
in the
only
way he
powerful
finished that
because of our
sentence. And it's a
GDP.
shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people. They cannot believe what happened to the United States of America. They're no longer respected. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. What we're doing for other countries, and they do nothing for us. But this man
You know
is
what I'm
doing
gonna put on? You know what I'm gonna put on?
Thank you, President Trump. Dana?
This is the first presidential election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This morning, the court ruled on yet another abortion case, temporarily allowing emergency abortions to continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which returned the issue of abortion to the states.
Actually, no, I got
The
this.
federal government still plays a role in whether or not women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions. As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion bill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. And if you look at this whole question that you're asking, complex but not really complex. 51 years ago, you had Roe v. Wade.
Did he just
and
repeat
everybody
himself?
wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody,
Wow.
without
Yes.
exception. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives. Everybody wanted it back.
They're both
Religious
fucking
leaders.
senile. We're
And
gonna
what I
see
did
some
is
shit.
I put 3 great Supreme Court
Reds,
justices
do you want?
on the
Do you want to
court,
sit in my lap?
and they happened to vote in favor of killing Roe v.
Come sit in my lap, you cute
and
furry.
moving it back to the states. This is something that everybody
I'm a
wants.
furry now.
You know, 10 years ago or so.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, but you're kind of in the dark, so
Wanted it brought back to the states.
don't
I
worry
did
about
that.
it.
Now the states
Listen, if I had half a mind of it and I didn't actually care and I wasn't on YouTube, I would say regular theater activities, but no.
Texas is different, Florida is
I'm
different.
usually mute on streams.
And right now,
It's alright.
that's the vote of the
Today's
people.
fun.
Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions. I am a person that believes. And frankly,
What is he fucking talking about?
the exceptions. Some people
What is bro waffling about?
believe in that, but I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think.
Okay.
He's using sexy buzzwords.
But you have to get elected
The
also,
incest.
because that has to do with other things. You got to get.
Wait.
elected.
He just said he's okay with abortion. He just said he's okay with abortion.
Yeah, he says he's a...
No, how the fuck are the No, how the fuck is he gonna get anyone to vote for him that's already thinking he isn't conservative enough that he isn't gonna ban abortion?
Brought it back to the states, and the country
Well,
is
the
now
reason for the
coming
debate is
together on this
to
issue.
get
It's
other
been a
voters,
great thing.
get the other 10%.
No. The
usually
trick.
on the ground.
Here's the trick. Okay, there's three things that you need to do to win an election. Okay, fucking Cicero of Rome said this. Okay, you got to make sure you have more votes than your other guy. That's the only thing that matters, and that happens three ways. You have more people come out than them. They have less people come out than you, or you have convinced more people to vote for you in the middle. So either you make the other side demoralized, you ramp up your own base, or you quite literally try to appeal to the middle. And that last one has been fucking obliterated. So everyone's been trying to do...
Okay.
Sorry.
There's still people who are undecided, and he's like trying to moderate and sell himself to those people right now.
I don't know how he can fucking do that. I don't know who would fall for that. Literally, the people who would fall for that, the people who don't understand that Republicans will ban abortion under Trump, among other things, anyone who believes that isn't going to happen for sure is not only asleep, but like maliciously so.
People he allows to come across our border. We have a border
That's mostly Supreme Court and then down to country politics.
I'm gonna say this. Whichever the founding fathers thought that having a high council of wizards and high priests who inscrutably decide the country's laws based on whatever fucking gut bacteria makes them feel that day is stupid.
But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people,
Washington,
which is what everybody wanted,
George Washington
including the
didn't like
founders,
politics.
if they knew about
He
this
hated
issue,
it.
which
He wanted a
frankly they
one-party
didn't.
system.
But they would have done.
Well,
he disavowed his family from politics. That's why there's no Washingtons in politics nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also because he never had any male heirs. But
the vote of the people. That's where they wanted it. Every legal scholar.
yeah, Washington didn't have any male heirs. He only had daughters. He had his short dick. Yeah.
7 states. I'll let you do that. This is a state
Well,
topic.
got the short dick syndrome.
No. Okay, it's
Climaxing increases your fertility of a male.
well. That also it also means that male sperm also swim much shorter distances before dying.
Between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor.
Just saying.
So he only went with hoes.
Third time is between.
I think isn't the thing male sperm like you have to catch the day right when you want to have a boy.
No, it isn't the day specifically. You have to make sure. More specifically, it's a very complicated endocrinal system. So it's a bunch of hormone washes that you get sent to, and whether or not you take up androgen sensitivity is a big part of it, and that is based a lot on actually temperature, the internal temperature of the womb. So the internal temperature of the womb changes how fast certain, hormone washes turn your fucking female egg, because we all start out female. until the androgen was just specifically like testosterone and all the male hormones turn us into men.
I would look at Chinese forums for women pregnancy if you wanted those facts. Because it's really big in that area.
Well, no, don't, because don't do that. Don't do that. That's where all the fucking hogwash and fucking like snake oil salesmen are. No, fuck that. Like, everyone who's trying desperately to get a baby will believe anything they fucking get told because they're desperate.
The baby, they want them, like in China, they like heavily abort female babies.
Yeah.
And then for male babies, they keep those.
Yeah, but a lot of that shit is fucking wives' tales, superstition, and like what people are trying to sell you.
They pass a universal ban on abortion.
Because anyone who says that they can, anyone who tries to come up to you and say that they know how to like control a human birth enough so that they can control the gender of the baby, either better have a lab that fucking.
They could just increase your odds of success, your average of success.
Well, anyone can say that. How do you fucking test that? There's no way to test that. So there's no fucking way to believe that.
Why should voters trust you?
Well, for pregnancies, like you said, like
unless there's a study, I don't believe it. Unless there's like an actual statistical, like.
Maybe like 100%. It won't be 100%. It won't be like 75%, but it'll be very close.
Nothing is. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for at least like fucking 51%. And like I need to have that shown to me before I trust anything out of American or Chinese wives' tales about how to get a male baby.
Separating babies from their mothers.
I can probably look that up in a second if you ask me on
Yeah,
Twitter. Discord.
Why should voters trust Biden to solve the immigration crisis? Oh shit.
Now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border legally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on total initiative relative to what we're going to do with
the immigration crisis. It's silly.
Oh, Trump's going to jump on that. His fucking head whipped around.
I don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look,
I don't like it when they talk about immigration and all these like topics that were solved like 8 years ago. I hate them.
What in fucking Biden's face?
From prisons, people that are from mental institutions, insane asylum.
Like, he's straight up just lying.
I think we should just box.
No, at this point, no. I actually have a very radical political opinion. I think Nazis should probably not be involved in politics, and when they try to, they need to be treated like how we treated them in World War II and the Civil War.
In that final couple of months of my presidency,
that's a controversial opinion, except it isn't. It's American history. I don't know.
A lot of Nietzsche that wouldn't work so well.
Nietzsche was co-opted by the Nazis. Like, which Nietzsche? The one that his sister fucking used and co-opted for a fucking movement that he didn't actually like? Or what Nietzsche actually wrote, which is very short.
When a lot of people talk about Nietzsche, they've never read Nietzsche.
He's
very accurate.
He's
like he predicted like 100 years in the future. Pretty accurately.
No, what Nietzsche pointed out is very simply, yeah, life doesn't have any inherent meaning, and no one fucking understands what that means. What he said is, some people will try to find meaning in someone else's fucking answer, and some people will find their own fucking answer and be a real goddamn person about it.
You've said that you're going to carry out, quote,
well, Nietzsche was like, you shouldn't, there's a lot of value systems in our life.
Yeah,
and politics growing up, but he believed that you should find your own values.
Hi, Crixie, again.
Ubermensch.
Well, the Ubermensch got warped.
That's where they came from.
That shit got warped, yeah. What it literally meant was someone who manages to find their own way in life, someone who doesn't let others, like, determine for them what is right, and is able to figure it out for themselves. Yeah.
All great works get warped.
We are living right now
Maybe.
in a rat's nest. They're killing our people in New York, in California, and every state
here we go.
in the union, because we don't have borders anymore. Every state is now a border. And because of his ridiculous...
Every state is now a border. That's scary.
People are coming in and they're killing.
I'm a
our
Mexican.
citizens at a level
I live
that
in
we've never
Texas.
seen. We call it
Every state is not a
migrant
border.
crime. I call it Biden migrant crime. They're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen before, and you're reading it. Like
Okay, you know when every state is a border, you don't have a country anymore.
spoke to the mother. And
Well, I think borders are cringe. I think borders are incredibly cringe.
what's taken place. What's taken place in our country.
No,
I think they're cringe and gay.
You don't have a country then anymore.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Well, okay, shut the fuck up. The Kurds, the Catalonians, the Scottish, they're all sharing borders with people that they don't want to, and they're still very distinct from those people. You don't have a country, you'll have a country even if you're... Even if you don't control your own borders, you still have a country. Look at Palestine. They don't control their own borders, and they don't control their own water. They still consider themselves a country.
Worst example.
No.
Worst example.
I'll tell you something.
Not really.
The way that America is a country now is because there's no borders between. You can go from New York to LA without crossing a single border checkpoint.
That is true.
That makes a country a country.
Yes, the lack of the borders.
That makes America.
The lack of borders.
There are borders. There are borders. Like
The
if you
state
go to
borders.
California to Arizona, you get they literally check your vehicle for like fruits. Like there's certain type of borders.
Yeah, actually, those are unconstitutional according to the Commerce Clause.
Whether it was Agent Orange or Burn Pit, they're all being covered.
Really?
Technically.
It might be related to something.
The way you described them, they would be illegal because they would hamper trade among states, and that argument could easily be made. But yeah. Here's the thing, the Republicans demonstrate that they just want to kill all fucking immigrants that come across the border because they're invading armies. Why shouldn't we treat them as fucking terrorists?
Four-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
What the fuck is going on?
If Trump, I'm just gonna look at the debate science.
No, shut the fuck up. You said it, you dipshit. Fuck you. You got spanked by a porn star and now have to face the fucking price for it, you dumbass. Piddly-dicked little fucking orange alabaster dickhead.
Videos still.
I'm so glad this came up, and he brought it up. There's nobody
He got pissed on by fucking Russian women, damn it.
Think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers. We have 19 people.
Hi.
Somebody is stealing my eyes.
Oh, shut the fuck up. No, you said it, motherfucker. Oh no, this is actually really good for Biden. He's on the defensive now.
Just like the new thing with the 16 economists are talking, it's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop...
Well, question, why the fuck aren't the moderators saying, yeah, that's true, or yeah, no, that's not? CNN, do your job! Shut up, do your job! Interrupt him! Interrupt him! Tell him he's wrong, damn it!
Your side was on your staff who said you said it. Period. That's number one. And number two,
I want CNN to grow a pair of balls. Fucking news organizations, please regain your fucking cojones. You fucking sissies. Get out of your chastity cages, you stupid fucking media corps.
And equip them when they go to war. That's what we're doing. That's what the VA is doing now. They're doing more for veterans than ever before in our history.
I didn't know.
Thank you so much.
Topic of foreign policy.
If Trump wins, we're not gonna have porn anymore on the internet. You realize that, right?
Oh. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
No, Project 2025. Project 2025, they specifically said they're eliminating porn day one, and they're instituting martial law and getting rid of all protections for women, sexualities, gender minorities, ethnic minorities. They're getting rid of all affirmative actions for governmental positions. Yeah, the Project 2025. Yeah.
And I don't. Was that written by Trump? Or
that was written by the same people who he chose his Supreme Court picks from. The same society that he chose his Supreme Court picks from. Yes, they wrote it. So yeah, you want to argue that? You want to try fucking engage with me? You want to try tell me I'm wrong? I'd be lovely. I'd be happy to be wrong about what I think they want.
A lot of
I think they're genocidal fucking assholes.
People know. You know, they talk about numbers. You can double those numbers.
I would
They
love to be
triple those
wrong.
numbers. He did nothing to stop it. In fact, I think he encouraged Russia from going in. I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible,
They're very
the
passionate.
most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. That when Putin watched that and he saw the incompetence, that he should have fired those generals like I fired the one that you mentioned. And so he's got no love lost. But he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
The one that you said you were gonna do, you fucking coward, pussy bitch.
13 beautiful soldiers.
He said he was gonna withdraw from Afghanistan and never did because he's a fucking cuck.
Behind too. We left American citizens behind. When Putin saw that, he said, you know what? I think we're going to go in and maybe take my... This was his dream. I talked to him about it, his dream. The difference is he never would have invaded...
I'm so best friends with this fucking genocidal dictator. Vote for me. And some people look at that and say, yeah!
Because Iran was broke with me. I wouldn't let anybody do business with them. They ran out of money. They were broke.
Dude, you ruined our chance to get Iran to never have nuclear weapons. You ruined our chance to make sure they would never have nuclear weapons. You ruined our chance to ever be on good terms with them. You fucking idiot.
President Biden?
Malarkeyed. You just got malarkeyed.
First, Iran attacked American troops, caused brain damage for a number of these troops, and he did nothing about it. Recently, not when he was president. Here they attacked. He said
Is he gonna say brain damage is what you have? He's gonna say it. He wants to say it.
Number two.
He wants to say it so bad.
1,000 Americans and others out.
Oh, he wants to say it so bad.
During that airlift. Number three. We found ourselves in a situation where
Trump wants to say it
take a
so
look at
bad.
what Trump did in Ukraine. This guy told Trump, do whatever you want, do whatever you want, and that's exactly what Trump did to Putin. Encourage him, do whatever you want, and he went in. Listen to what he said when he went in. We're going to take Kyiv in 5 days. Remember, it was part of the old Soviet Union. That's what he wanted to reestablish. Kyiv, and he in fact didn't do it at all. He didn't enable to get it done. And they've lost over...
Biden is actually doing really well saying the Ukrainian pronunciation of it.
President Trump,
I never said that.
No one gives a shit about that in local politics.
I know,
That's more
but...
like a big donor. That's a big donor conversation.
No, that's not a big donor conversation. I actually think that's,
That's a big donor conversation. No one gives a shit about foreign politics.
Here's why I give a shit about it.
Now or more.
I care about other people being raped and killed by Russian soldiers. I'm sorry?
Okay, I'll tell you something. You should care about it because when they cross...
That's war. What the fuck, dude? That's like literally the most psychotic thing I've heard someone say. What the I said you're nice earlier. What the hell? Jesus.
No, that's actually war.
No, I understand that's war. Yeah.
That is war. That is war. War is bad.
Yeah, but
really bad.
yeah, me saying like, yeah, I think it's really bad that people get raped in prison, and you're like, that's prison. I'm like, okay, that doesn't take away from me not wanting it to happen.
Nope. I'm just focusing on war. War is hell.
Thousands and thousands of people.
Okay, I'll tell you something why you should care about the Ukraine war.
Because if we don't care about the Ukraine war...
Do you want Russia and...
Poland. Article 5 wanting Poland? Yeah. Do you want Poland with their I want to nuke Russia button on a border with Russia?
They don't have a nuke.
No, they have America.
Poland does.
Wait, Poland has nukes?
No, no, here's what I want to clarify. Poland is a part of NATO, which is an organization primarily held up by America. We'll all agree on that, right? And America has nukes. And Article 5 says if one member of NATO wants it, everyone goes to war on whoever they want.
Thank you.
There's only been a couple of times this has been invoked.
No. When you the Article 5 says when you are being attacked by an adversary, then Article 5, and then Armageddon.
Well, that isn't exactly
We
how
say
it was
good-
used in Sarajevo and
we
Bosnia, was
don't
it?
go quiet into the.
Or no, not Bosnia. Serbia. In Yugoslavia. No, like how they.
Article
wasn't it?
5 was.
It was either
Article
them
5 was,
or
was just
the
9/11, I think.
9/11. Just 9/11.
They did Article 5, I think.
I thought that they put it up.
Could be also.
I thought that's what Clinton did.
Like the Balkan Wars in the 90s.
Yeah.
The hostages.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ceasefire. Second phase is a ceasefire with additional conditions. The third phase is the end of the war. The only one who wants the war to continue is Hamas.
Oh, that's bullshit. Fuck off, Biden. Eat shit. Netanyahu wants to eliminate, like, everyone around him who would get in the way of greater Israel. They've literally produced plans of this. We have a map of what they want.
Israel.
Uh,
The Israel AIPAC lobby has put over $3.5 million.
And yeah, Jamal, what was his name? Yeah, that New York race in the New York 16th. Yeah, I know. AIPAC is fucking scary.
Every Republican congressman or senator, my bad,
Has an AIPAC guy. Yeah.
I have dyslexia. Has an AIPAC guy. No,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
The only
Found out there's actually 20 states in the United States that actually cannot boycott Israel legally.
Yes. That is. Well, it's because Zionism is such a pervasive fucking ideology. Like, most people who have lead and or radiation poisoning in their system from being a Gen Xer or Boomer are poisoned and therefore incapable of understanding what microplastics give us, which is genocide is bad.
Have spent $100 billion or maybe more than that, less than us.
Like,
there's a difference between Semitism and Zionism.
No, I would say Semitism and Zionism are not the same thing. Absolutely. Anyone who says that the Jewish race is, or Zionism is Judaism, or Judaism is Zionism, is...
Zionism wants to put them together.
Well, no, that is entirely... Well, yeah, because they're
propaganda
Nazis. Because they're like national socialists, basically. We have a national identity, and we want to collectivize the economy under that national strongman, so that we can go to war with other countries and annex territory. It's basically the same model used by a bunch of people who should know better. Because of all people, I would expect, like, the Jewish people to be the most sympathetic to the idea that maybe people shouldn't be driven from their homeland and killed.
We're going to pull out of NATO. The idea that we have our strength lies in our
Like,
alliances as well.
It's a complicated topic.
It's a very complicated topic. I think Hamas is evil too. If I had the choice, I'd kill every single member of Hamas. Well,
No, everybody agrees on Hamas, but their reaction to Hamas is bad.
here's what I would say. If you don't want Hamas, give people an alternative. They don't have... Israel outlaws every fucking civil society organization that tries to pop out. The Palestinian Authority, a contrary political entity to Hamas.
Israel
They haven't...
is like Israel funded Hamas.
Israel did fund Hamas.
Organization so they could bring it to
Kind of.
Hamas.
Kind of. Netanyahu's party. The guys in charge of Israel right now did. Yeah. Yeah.
Before we do that,
Very correct. Yeah. Hi, Mello. You lovely.
So they kill us on trade.
Hi,
make
Mashi.
great trade deals with the European nations. Because if you add them up, they're about the same size economically. Their economy is about the same size as the
What is
United
going on
States.
about in
And they
Europe?
were no cars,
Hi there, Mashi.
no-
We're
they
watching
don't
the
want
presidential
anything we have.
debates
We're
because
supposed to
I want to
take their
find out
cars
if I'm going to
and
have to
their
quit my job.
Their agriculture.
Yeah, this is live right now.
What?
The big thing I
If
changed,
Trump
they don't
wins,
want
they're
to-
outlawing porn. Yeah, if Trump wins, they outlaw porn. You didn't know that?
Because I got them to put up hundreds of
No.
millions of dollars.
Yeah,
I said-
Project 2025.
That's gonna take a bit.
I said,
Well, no, it's day
I'm
one.
not
They're
gonna
going to
support
institute
NATO,
martial
we
law.
don't pay. They asked me that question. Would you guard
Marshall.
Look up Project 2025. Actually, you want me to read it? Hold on, I could read it. You want me to go read it?
Sure.
Okay. Here.
Let's watch this part.
Let's watch the debate, and then I'll explain exactly what the stakes are. There we go.
We're paying everybody's bills.
Okay.
Let's turn to the issue of democracy. Former President Trump, I want to ask you about January 6, 2021. After you rallied your supporters that day, some of them stormed the Capitol to stop the constitutionally mandated counting of electoral votes. As president, you swore an oath to...
This is actually a problem because if he says anything bad here, it's bad for him in the
What do you say
courtroom.
to voters who believe that you violated that oath through your actions and inaction on January 6th?
Well, we both have AIPAC support.
Why don't too many believe that? And let me tell you
AIPAC
about
doesn't
January
actually matter
6th.
that much in American politics. They just have money.
We had a great book.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No, AIPAC is like the god of American
No, it
politics.
isn't. That's not. No, the god is the military industrial. Okay, calm down. Look at the Boeing whistleblowers versus what they do to Palestinian protesters. Okay, the difference is
Who's
vast.
working with AIPAC? Because
Okay,
all that shit involves weapons.
Under this man's leadership,
I joined on the person, and they were here earlier, and then they left. They just sent me a request, so I'm gonna go see what they want. But
That's fine, Mashi.
If it's
Don't worry.
short, then I'll come back. Okay.
Don't worry.
I'll just disappear randomly.
I don't want anyone to do anything they don't want.
Action on January 6, 2021, and worry that you'll do it again.
well, I didn't say that to anybody.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Periodically. And Nancy Pelosi, if you just watched the news from 2 days ago, on tape to her daughter, who's a doctor.
Nancy Pelosi is the best stock trader in the world.
But she's saying,
That's how corrupt her politics are.
but she's saying,
Listen.
There's actually a website that's called Watch Pelosi, and you can get retirement stocks just by following her.
Okay, can I tell you essentially what the rule of politics is?
they turned it down. I offered 10,000 because
The general rule of politics is if someone wins, that means someone else had to lose. And in order for someone to win, someone has to lose.
And I said, you know what?
I've been a political hobbyist for 7 years. I just stopped because it got me depressed.
That's fair. This is my education.
I'll always agree with you, though.
And she now admits
I would agree that Nancy Pelosi is a blight on the Democratic Party and needs to be excised like a tumor.
She can't be very happy with her daughter because it made her into a liar. She said, I take full responsibility for January 6th.
That's a lie. Like they just let him just fucking say shit on stage. Someone should throw a shoe like Bush, god damn
He sat
it.
in the dining room off the Oval Office. He sat there for 3 hours. 3 hours watching, begging.
Is there a resync button? Yes, it's over here.
And a number of his colleagues on the Republican side as well to do something, to call for a stop, to end it. Instead, he talked about these people being patriots and great patriots.
It's a green one.
of America. In fact, he says he'll not forgive them for what they've done. You know, they've been convicted. He says he wants to commute their sentences.
Hello.
It's like in Germany.
He went to
Oh
every
yeah,
single
the AFG is fucking you guys up.
scores of cases, including
Oh my
Supreme Court.
god.
And they
There's
said-
nothing going.
They said, no, this guy is responsible for doing what.
Oh yeah, all the East German Sieg Heilers are getting back into it. Yeah.
And he should be the ones who are being held accountable. And he wants to let them all out. And now he says that he lives in such a way that it could be a
Well, to be fair, I do actually. To be fair, I do actually get a little bit of the argument considering the caliphate protests that happened in the west part of Germany recently. I do kind of get it.
So many people.
I do get that maybe a country like Belgium or like the Netherlands might. Yeah, I legitimately think that maybe an ideological fucking survey would be good for screening people into a country like that actually could have its politics bad. No, it is not. I think that's an internet issue. It was like that with me earlier when I had internet issue.
Peacefully patriotic. One other thing.
Peaceful, patriotic, fucking Jan 6? You mean the people who literally, like, fucking, like, were trying to kill Nancy Pelosi? Like, what the fuck?
They destroyed and deleted all of the information they found because
I can support that.
We were right. And they
Dude, this is so conspiratorial.
They should go to jail for that. If a Republican did that, they'd go to jail.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, I want to give you a minute.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon. And the fact of the matter is,
He should have just said that, and it would have won. He could have legitimately just brought up all his felonies, and that's it.
To stop what was going on.
All he could have done.
I think that kind of speaks for itself in another sense. Biden choosing to be the bigger person is important when the biggest person needs to be president.
Those people are patriots.
Well, when he brought up the abortion thing, Biden could have brought up the sexual harassment and this essay stuff.
Denounce the Proud Board. He said, no, I'll tell them to stand by.
Yeah, maybe.
That would have canceled out any benefit he would have gotten on the other side. I'm just
Well, it isn't like the people who like Trump don't also like rape. Haven't you seen like all the people coming out on Dr. Disrespect's behalf?
Don't look at that. Look at the debate theory. Don't look at the politics, because it's just all like I did sales. The highest form of sales is lobbyism, and this is basically it. Just look at the debate theory. Don't look at the politics.
Article 5 is an attack on one
Because
nation,
no matter what
attack
they
on all of
say
them, so
here-
it allows all nations to work together in defense.
No.
Yeah.
The only reason why you're on the mainstream network is to solidify your donors. That's it.
Successful again, because right now it's a failing
That's
nation.
it. So everything they're saying
To be successful.
in American politics, because my mentor is a lobbyist in Canada and Florida. All this is solidifying your donors. None of this matters.
Going to be convicted probably.
And
I love
if
that.
you get some like easy grabs, if they could get any grabs
I'm gonna get some water.
at each other, that's all that matters.
Dude, again, the only thing that matters is if they manage to demoralize the other side's voters to not show up. That's the strategy now.
Telling the Ukrainian people that
Well, at this point, no one likes either one. So there's like a different.
Hey guys,
button.
if you don't like candidates, vote in primaries.
we're not going to give you $1 billion unless you change your prosecutor.
I don't know who to vote for. Figure it the fuck out or go yourself, fuckhead.
I did nothing wrong. We'd have a
Just vote locally.
Yeah, just vote locally. Like, it doesn't take that much. But I don't want to clean my room. I'm sorry. It's a part of being a fucking
Your
citizen.
local government is what matters.
I don't want to clean my room,
people.
Meru. Mommy Meru. Stop making me think about reality. I come into VR to escape reality. I don't want to think about all the trash piling up in my room or the roaches getting into the food.
You want to escape reality, but we're watching the Trump debate.
No, I'm making fun of a lot of people right now.
How many billions of dollars do you owe in federal penalty for molesting a woman in public, or doing a whole range of things, of having sex with porn stars?
Get fucked, dude. Get fucked.
Also a baller.
Well, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
You have the morals of an alley cat? Fuck, dude.
Number one. Number two, that was a case that was started and moved. They moved a...
Trump on the defensive is really bad for him. And he's been on the defensive a lot this debate. I was expecting Biden to be on the defensive a lot, but Trump actually trying to defend himself is kind of wild.
No, they got the Area 51 Adderall.
And both the civil and the criminal. He basically went
I feel
after
attacked.
his
Super
political
cool guy.
because they thought it was going to damage
Goddamn.
him, but when the public
I'm sorry you
found
feel
out about
attacked
these
by
cases,
that,
'cause they
but
understand it better than he does. He has no idea what these cases are.
wasn't he not going to be in this debate because of what they found out about him recently? Who? Which one?
Way up. You know that because you're reporting it. And we took in more money in the
Honestly, any real debate should have like the
No,
three parties.
here's the thing. Did you know that Republican parties are going bankrupt around the country because of his legal fees?
Because the public knows it's a scam and it's a guy.
What did we find out about him?
Political opponent because he can't win fair.
Hi, Moxie.
I think Donald Trump had
You're
private
cute.
donors.
Said, quote, Donald Trump and his MAGA Republicans
Yeah.
are determined to destroy American democracy.
Oh, here we go.
Do you believe that the tens of millions of Americans who are likely to vote for President Trump will be voting against American democracy?
The more they know about what he's done, yes. The more they know about what he's done.
That is a good question.
He's got a lot of cases.
That's a good question they could work on.
He's got a whole range of issues he has to face. I don't know what the juries will do, but I do know he has a real problem. And so the fact that, could you ever think you heard any president say that I'm going to seek
He
retribution.
could have legitimately made the entire debate that he's only running to not go into prison.
Got me involved in running.
Honestly, that would have been better for Biden, but the problem is he's fucking worn out because he's actively... Okay, Trump may be stressed because he's jumping from trial to trial and has no money, but Biden's stressed because he's trying to fucking keep the world from falling apart.
They signed when
Biden,
back in Germany.
Trump has a base. He could get a little bit of money here and there, but it's not going to be like that big dick money.
Yeah, actually, Biden's been outperforming, like, he's been outperforming Trump in raising money.
Honestly, on the other side, I believe that Biden being president is elderly abuse. I don't think he should run at all. He's old. He should just care about his kids.
Trump and Biden was supposed to be 2020's thing. Nah, I blame the Democrats 100% for not having a candidate by now because they said implicitly that Trump was a big enough threat that Biden had to beat him and that we were settling for Biden because he was just going to be a one-termer. They tried to pretend like he would just be a one-termer, and now they're reaping the fucking problems of not having another candidate, because what happens when Biden's over? Who's taking it up next? Who's taking it? Fucking...
That was 8 years ago.
His presidency,
Biden just has the thing, but there's something called the beast in American politics. So no matter how senile you are, you can still make America last. They're not like the president has like certain powers, but it's like 40% of the beast.
Doesn't matter if
senile.
They're trying to get rid of the. He was.
Ronald Reagan had Alzheimer's. He had Alzheimer's in his last 2 years.
And I'm pretty sure.
The beast in the office.
I'm pretty sure that
will continue running regardless of who's in office. So we don't
Calvin,
all go into like a world recession.
Didn't Calvin Coolidge also have like problems? Like he was also incapable during his term, and his wife had to run things for him.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Are you talking about
the World War I guy. No, the World War I guy.
We saw what happened on January 6th.
Okay.
FDR was a different issue.
His own vice president. Look, there's a reason why 40 of his 44 top cabinet officers refused to
No. Wait, well, who's the guy for Vietnam that like made people like, made the press like watch him take a piss and he would take
Oh no,
shits,
you're thinking
and
of
he said
Lyndon
anytime he
Johnson.
wanted.
I'm so glad my ballot is mailed to me and is the default way of voting here. The amount of elections that happened that I only knew about because I had a ballot for the 2-ish months mailed to me is too much. Noid, what country are you in that actually cares about you? Okay, so they're doing a commercial break. Okay.
Really?
So, here's Project 2025. No, I'm gonna wait until Mashy's back if he comes back. Unless anyone else wants Project 2025 explained. Who wants Trump's second term in office predicted?
Actually, to be honest, you would probably get more information to see who funds these commercial breaks than anything else. To be honest, from this debate.
Maybe. Alright, so
like, honestly.
Okay, so, this is... Focus! Everyone, focus! Titties! Titties! Look, titties! Look, titties! Okay, focus! This is Project 2025. The Presidential Transition Project. A bunch of policy proposals from the Heritage Foundation that are meant to reshape the United States in the event of a Republican Party victory in the 2024 presidential elections. Since 2022, they've been most notable for how they aim to achieve its objectives. It proposes reclassifying tens of thousands of merit-based federal civil servant jobs as political appointees, in order to replace them with conservatives loyal to Trump to further the objectives of the next Republican president. It also adopts a maximalist version of the unitary executive theory, which is a disputed interpretation of the Article 2, which says the executive should be a king, basically. It asserts that the president has absolute power over the executive branch upon inauguration. Like, absolute power over all of it. The president is going to be allowed to do a lot of things with the courts, Congress, and himself behind it. It envisions widespread changes across the government, particularly economic and social policies, and the role of the federal government and its agencies. The plan proposes slashing funding for the Department of Justice, dismantling the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, reducing environmental and climate change regulations to favor fossil fuel production, eliminating the Department of Commerce, ending the independence of federal agencies like the FCC and the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. It seeks to institute tax cuts, though its writers disagree on, like, how much protectionism, like how much tariffs we should do. It recommends abolishing the Department of Education, whose programs would either be transferred to other agencies or terminated. Funding for climate research would be cut, while the NIA, the National Institute of Health, would be reformed along conservative principles, according to their own definition. The project urges governments to explicitly reject abortion as healthcare, eliminate Affordable Care Act's coverage of emergency contraception. The project seeks to infuse the government with elements of Christianity, proposing criminalizing pornography, removing legal protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity, terminating diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, as well as affirmative action altogether. Okay. So, basically, this is a rhetorical window dressing for what can be called 4 years of personal vengeance. That's Project 2025. That's what they want. That's what they're proposing.
You both faced in your first terms, and you'd certainly face again.
That sounds like impossible. Do they only wanna shut down the FBI, not the CIA?
No, they want to shut down the FBI and the Department. Well, because the FBI and Department of Homeland Security are the only organizations that track far right-wing organizations as terrorist groups. If they get rid of those, then CIA defund, FBI not. FBI looks at corrupt cops and says, "You're done, buddy." If they get rid of the FBI, then corrupt cops around the country can just do what the Mississippi cops did when they found the fucking grave, like mass grave landfill that they found. Remember that? Or like any other the cop organizations in sundown towns that just kill people for fun.
Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists in
like if the FBI gets abolished, then cops can do whatever the fuck they want, and if the Department of Homeland Security gets removed, then the terrorist organizations like the militias can do what they want. So even if the cops aren't the ones killing the queers like me, the fucking militias will be roaming through the major cities, finding anyone with colored hair, a gay partner, or any kind of like gay children, because if you have gay children, you must have molested them according to these people. So like no one is safe.
That's politic talk. That's politic talk.
Politic talk. You think they won't kill people over that?
That's politic talk. Well, people would hear that over anything else. It's not going to go through court, but you could get your base to do it.
They don't need it to go through the courts. They just need the cops to not arrest them for killing and lynching people. That's how lynching got away with over the past 200 years. That's how lynchings have been gotten away with. The cops just not prosecuting.
Lynching's no longer a thing in America.
You sure?
I don't believe so.
They will be.
To a dangerous degree.
To a dangerous degree now.
It'll come back that much.
Sundown towns still exist. If you don't think sundown towns exist, then no, that's not a boomer thing. That's an actual real thing. That's an actual real thing. Sundown towns, where you are not supposed to stop if you are any kind of minority.
Look, so a lot of the
if you say that these don't exist, Reds, you are very, very privileged, and I'm happy for you. And I'll leave it there.
Well, I didn't say that yet. Let me talk.
Sorry then. You go ahead. I jumped to conclusions.
A lot of the racism in America, and a lot of the
I'm not talking about racism.
The highest serial killers, a lot of that stuff, and a lot of those principles.
Okay, how is trans panic defense not lynching, by the way? Oh, yes, I killed this trans person I fucked because... I killed this trans person I just fucked because I realized they were a man, and it made me feel threatened, so I killed them so I wouldn't be gay. Trans panic is a legal defense in many states, and has been used extensively in the past 20 years. Trans panic defense, yes. How's that not lynching?
Taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even
How
20
common is it though?
Oh, you want to know? Let's find out. I'm not actually sure.
250 million people in America.
250 million people in America. Right. Let's see. Well, let's see. Let's see how many states allow it. Well, let's not talk about it.
Europe and South Asia.
Okay, so if you're going to tell me that it doesn't matter because it doesn't happen to enough people, I'm going to say that's disgusting.
I'd like to know the statistics and the reasons and the causes for it.
I'll give those.
Political opinion on it.
I'll give you that. My apologies.
I'm completely indifferent to politics. I was a political hobbyist for 7 years. I've been on both sides.
If you've been on both sides and you don't know what answer that you have, that just means that you haven't found like what you actually believe in. Anyways, Human Rights Campaign or, you know, Wikipedia, which one do you want?
Equity and making sure people have a shot.
Wait, which one? Wikipedia or what?
Okay, the Gay Panic Defense or Homosexual Advanced Defense is a victim blaming strategy of legal defense. The Trans Panic Defense is very similar. In the United States, basically...
So we're talking... So you know a lot of these things that we get angry over? Like I said, my mentor is a lobbyist. That's sales. And then lawyers also do sales. So we just don't like salesmen. Like, no matter what political opinion you are getting influenced by a dude that's getting paid money to influence you to do one way or another.
Okay, so in the...
So like these political defenses aren't anything due to like human, like the corruption or like the demise of humanity or society. It's just due to a really good salesman.
I think you are very much not someone who cares.
I do care. I really do care. I do porn too. I don't want like whatever you're saying to happen.
That is fair.
But
what I mean is, I don't think that you've thought of this like down to the last nubs, like maybe some weirdos like me would. Which is why I may say, like, in comparison, I don't see like the same investment, I guess. Not that I should say you don't care, but like.
I never say that. Never say that. That's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that about you. You again. You've been saying some shit tonight that's been making me like think that you like to say shit that's morally neutral. You like to say shit that's morally neutral. I think that's
morally neutral.
I think that's just. I think that's
morally neutral.
I think that's permissive of morally bad behavior, personally, in terms of effect and outcome, because the only thing I care about is outcome.
And my top environmental people gave me that statistic just before I walked on the stage, actually.
And not keeping an eye on outcome is what I have as a standard of care. Hence why I said what I said earlier. So,
that's very true.
If you feel like
legislation in history.
My apologies that I'm heated.
I've been a political hobbyist for 7 years. Of course you're heated.
Political hobbyist?
This is a big thing for you.
Honey, my parents were in politics. I have
looked into politics for 3 years, so I might be a little bit out of the norm.
You maybe. Things have progressed to the point where the death of the euphemism has happened, essentially.
Yeah, but granted, in politics, everything gets moved over by 4 years. All world politics are judged every 4 years, or implemented every 4 years.
Okay, according to Forbes magazine,
thing they do.
According to Forbes magazine, 320 trans people were killed in 2023.
The essential threat to humanity is climate change. and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He wants to undo all that I've done.
300?
300 and no, 320 beaten, stabbed, and shot. Specifically,
Why is that in Forbes magazine out of all fucking places?
the Trans Murder Monitoring Report tracks murders reported in the media each year. This year's report includes events between October 1st, 2022 and September 30th, 2023. The vast majority of those killed, 94%, were trans women or trans feminine people. Most were black, and many were sex workers too. 80% of those killed were of trans people affected by racism. Many of the victims were young. The age group with the most victims was 19 to 25-year-olds. Overall, those between 19 and 40-year-olds made up 3/4 of those reported killed. Almost 3/4 of those tracked happened in Latin America and the Caribbean, with the epicenter of the problems being in Brazil, apparently, according to this report.
The idea is that.
And this is across the entirety. This is apparently a very worldwide phenomenon, and where it is tracked. There's not a lot of tracking in places like Africa. I'm saying in general here. What they say in about the United States specifically. Let me look at their graphic. 251 to 500 of trans TMM numbers from 2008 to September. There have been around 500 actually in those 15 years. Within 15 years. So, not as many, but considering how much of the population is trans already and was trans in that time period, that is still very significant.
There's a huge... I understand that.
I think it's statistically significant enough to care about, at least. And I would say that it's statistically significant enough to count as lynching, just the same as I would count, like, the AIDS epidemic and, like, Reagan not letting the CDC record that shit as genocide. Even though it isn't a racial ethnic group. Right? So...
Wait, I want to listen to this. This is Social Security. This is a boomer question.
Social Security, boomers!
Stock in this.
Boomers!
Yeah, Social Security and boomers. If you want to know stocks, you just follow anything that involves
no, the Republicans want to get rid of Social Security, not that they'll say it.
Oh no, they want to get rid of it, but not for you. Or, well, not for them.
No,
everybody... Our Congress is legitimately an elderly home. Everybody's a boomer and
No. The Republicans are much better about this. They have a much more representative demographic of age range. The Republicans have a much more representative, all the younger ones.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
So you still have 82 seconds left. Are there any other measures that you think that would be able to help keep Social Security solvent, or is that one enough?
Well, no, that one enough will keep it solvent. But the biggest thing we'll do is we defeat this man because he wants to get rid of Social Security. He thinks there's plenty to cut in Social Security. He's wanting to cut Social Security and Medicare both times. And that's what, and if you look at the program put forward by the House Republican caucus, that
they both don't want Social Security cut for the boomers, but for our generation, we're fucked.
Oh wait! There's someone who's trolling in chat. Literally, like Randy 1200, like no name little fuck. You actually come into my chat asking, "Bro, who cares?" as your first fucking thing. Obviously you, because you decided to chat for the first time in my fucking chat. Now, do you want to pretend like you're not trying to get my attention, or now that you have it, are you going to use it?
Is the fact that they in fact are part of the ACA.
Now you have my attention. Use it as you like, while you have it.
For black communities, I've raised the amount of money for Pell Grants by another $8,000. So anybody making under $70,000 a year is going to be able to get $15,000 towards the
I actually don't think you're black. I think you're literally the whitest person, and nothing is telling me this except for the fact that you are you are literally saying how black you are that you're going to move back to Africa. That's like some shit I would expect the most palest suburbanite to say.
Are you getting this comment on Twitter? Or are you?
No, Twitch. I'm getting this comment on Twitch.
Or Twitch, my bad.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch right now. Dude, I want to be able to make Twitter spaces. Fuck yeah. Dude, motherfucking, like, what's the point in having a debate if you're not gonna, like, say, you're bullshitting? Like, if you can just bullshit, it's like Jon Stewart got it right. Jon Stewart got it right. A political debate should not be bringing on Coke and Pepsi to argue over which has a better taste.
He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's really coming.
That sounds sexy.
I've never seen such anger
in theory.
Okay. Jon Stewart says it like this. Here we have Coke versus Pepsi. Coke says that they're...
I love
Coke
Jon
says
Stewart. If
he's
Jon
great.
Stewart went for president, he's been
I will not.
asked to be president. There's also Cenk Uygur. I'd like Cenk Uygur, Jon Stewart would
I think
actually beat Donald Trump. Cenk Uygur and Donald Trump debating for an entire year would be the best fucking thing.
That would be
my
good
life.
content.
Back into politics.
I would go
Would
back.
be the best content.
I think the Young
best
Turks, I think the Young Turks, particularly Anna Kasparian, have been on a very bad bent.
And by the way,
I don't like them anymore.
I don't care. Their initial premise, if they went into politics, would be good.
Okay, if we get Cenk from 2018, I agree with you. If we get Cenk from... Okay, I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. They've gotten very complex since then. That isn't your fault.
President Biden, thank you so much. Let's turn to
childcare, which many Americans you put Cenk Uygur and Donald Trump in a room to debate.
Oh, I still believe that. I still believe that to this day. I saw Cenk Uygur and RFK Jr. and I still thought that like Cenk was like, even if he was sucking the dude's dick for relevance, he was still like, okay, but you're bullshitting a little bit, you know?
I'm not bullshitting.
No. I'm saying Cenk was saying to RFK, specifically about Israel. Cenk was able to call out RFK on his bullshit about Israel, even if he was having RFK.
I just said, you have a salesperson that is talking to you daily, that gives you wine and dines you, gives you flaming young every weekend.
I have a much deeper
more
and
into Israel than you thought.
powerful concept than a salesperson. You know what I want to be?
There is nothing better than a salesperson.
A storyteller.
A storyteller?
A salesman. A salesman needs to be a storyteller. The best grift you can possibly get is getting people to believe something after you die. A good storyteller is better than any salesman because a salesman needs to be a storyteller to do their job right.
For allowing 18 million people, many from prisons.
More of a shaman, but yes, that's the same thing.
A shaman. No, I'm speaking generally. Someone who's able to communicate. Someone who's able to give a narrative. Someone who's able to construct a version of reality that someone can buy. That itself is what you're selling when you are a storyteller. So even the best salesman cannot change your view of reality, but a good storyteller can. That was crazy trash. I'm sorry, buddy.
A nothing deal, and it reduced it a little bit, like this much.
I'm very limited of what I can say when you're on Twitch.
Well, what do you want to say?
Nothing.
No. Okay. Just don't say anything that would like be fucking illegal, considering the context of what these guys are, which are former or active presidents.
I'm never gonna say anything illegal.
If it's something sexual or something like explicit, I have
nothing like that. Nothing.
No,
like
I was
that.
gonna say that would be acceptable because I have audience. I have not made for kids and audience restrictions on.
Finest in the history of the world. No one thinks we're weak. No one.
I like how the person who was talking shit in chat about not caring suddenly fucking left the moment I decided to look in their direction. That's actually funny. I fucking love that.
58 to hold the exact number.
Randy, you coward, come on. Make my day.
The worst president in American history.
No, don't be trolled.
They said he was the worst in all
of
Just
American
ignore
history.
it.
That's a fact. That's not
Maybe.
conjecture. He can argue they're wrong.
I don't know.
that's
He
what
might
they
be
vote.
interesting.
The
It might be
idea that he
fun.
is no
Who
one
knows?
doing
Maybe
anything
I
to
might be
do
able to
with
change someone's life for
childcare.
the better.
He did virtually nothing to childcare. He should simply
There's
Yeah,
people
got
for that.
silent after I said
I would just
okay.
throw 20 bucks at them.
To be honest, if someone who says I'm gonna vote for Trump because they're not gonna ban TikTok is someone who I legitimately think should be lobotomized.
Alright, half of me, because I do porn, I need to know, I might do Trump just because I need TikTok. I need to get back in, I only made 4 TikToks.
You're not gonna be allowed to
I
make
got
porn under
2,500.
Trump,
I
though.
got,
I will show you. And they rate me one of the best.
I can't, no, TikTok and Twitch is like a funnel for your funny sites.
Yeah, I need to make TikToks for real.
That's gonna get you killed.
Taxes like us.
Yeah.
My funny sites? No, people love me for my funny
He wants
site.
to raise everybody's taxes.
Or for the funny
4
site.
times. He wants the Trump
They
tax.
won't be able to
Lamau.
see it because it will be freaking banned.
4 to 5 times.
Everybody
just
has
like-
VPN now. They've been.
Grow up and I see
I just like the
That's why I don't really
fact
care
that,
that
like,
When we cut
okay.
taxes, as I said,
Huh.
A VPN's pretty good.
all these companies, they were bringing
Like, legitimately, I don't have to worry about it, but it's literally a VPN, and any nerd that's perpetually online could use a VPN.
The matter is that he's dead wrong.
Here's the problem. If porn sites aren't allowed to host porn,
It
if
kills and cut off new competition. So,
if
like,
porn
that's
companies
just better
aren't
for me.
allowed to host their sites in American servers, it doesn't matter because a lot of the porn is just going to go because a lot of the porn stars aren't going to be able to make their content. Sorry, you okay, Mello?
They're probably gonna go to Dubai or El Salvador.
No, they won't
El
go to
Salvador's.
Dubai. They will probably either go
El
to
Salvador's the new
Mexico.
Dubai.
You realize that what you're saying is going to the place where they're gonna get killed by gang members or the place they're gonna get killed by fucking like princes, right? Like you're describing
Go to Europe,
sex workers being led to their.
Japan.
You're describing sex work. Dubai is a
Dubai is terrible.
Dubai is like as functional a country as North Korea. The only difference is they have slaves more aplenty. Okay, Dubai is held up by slave labor.
In your first term, the opioid crisis. And
True, and Instagram models. Yes.
Dubai is held up by oil
and you
magnates
know
and
what-
slaves.
what-
That's it. Wait, Trump is trying to pander to moderators by saying his opponent will raise their taxes. Yeah, that's actually
shows
funny.
you the power of social media.
That's actually
Dubai
funny.
is legitimately the best influence of how powerful social media is. There's an entire
No,
country
dude,
out there
Dubai is
that
the
based
example.
off of Instagram.
Dubai is the example of how fucking fake Instagram is. No, Dubai is Firefest about to
He
happen.
gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China.
It's taken them a long time, but like
It'll take them a while,
You
but it will
you
happen.
You should look at the docus about models in
He
Dubai.
never took him away. He can't because it's too much money.
the porta potties.
I'm saying
The
nothing more.
porta-potty.
Just
Yeah,
look-
they get shit on by these
know about
fucking
it.
Saudi princes and shit.
For 50,000, yeah, I've heard about that. Porta potty Dubai.
The worst situation
Dude,
China.
can I be honest?
Own us if you keep allowing them to do what they're doing to
I
us
want
as a
the
country.
fucking
You're supposed to be
aristocrats.
honest now.
I want the aristocrats of the world, whether they're aristocrats because of their born position or because they decided they're going to exploit people like me, you, and everyone in this room. I want all of them to eventually have to deal with the fact that they are useless and then be forced to do something useful with their lives. And that can either be working or dying.
The drugs pouring across the border.
Because that's what the rest of us have to do. We either have to work or we die. And I don't think it's fair that there's an entire class of people who don't get to fucking suffer that.
And we were getting very low numbers.
Well, that's true, but like
They have only one
come to
choice.
the 19th century, a lot of the old aristocrats they went into modern society.
I'm gonna tell
I can tell
you.
you, I don't want to dox myself, but I'm like related to this person's.
Drugs and human trafficking.
I'm related to something involving Germany pretty well.
That's
and we're
fair.
broke as shit.
at numbers that
Yeah.
Wait, what? You're related to something
No.
German? Habsburg?
I didn't
or-
say
Kaiser
Habsburg.
Wilhelm the First.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wait. You want to hear something wild about me?
Jesus.
I'm descended from the Adams
Never gonna
family.
believe me.
I'm descended from
Oh,
Samuel
what's your
Adams'
number,
side, though.
person? Is it?
Wait.
I'm descended from Sam Adams' side. You're doing the Pink Panther thing.
Wait. Oh shit. What was it? What was the Adams Family one?
Da 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 dun, click, click, da 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 dun, click, click, da 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 dun,
Yes,
da da da
that
dun,
one.
da 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 dun,
That
click,
one.
click.
I need
So,
something to smoke.
here's the problem. If I were to ever have a daughter, or if I decided that I was going to fully change my gender legally, you what? Thank you.
That's what we have to do.
Hey Trump, that mirror is looking really fucky, Mr. Manchurian. Adam's the beer, not the goth girl family. Yeah.
His head. Why does his head look like a block? He fucked up his hair. It looks flat.
Dude, you know what I think would be really funny? Dude, you know what Biden should do? You know what Biden should do? Biden should do it. Biden should do it. If he gets within arm's reach, he should rip off Trump's toupee.
He's over there because Putin is laughing at this guy. Probably.
I don't think that's a toupee anymore. That is a straight up
hair plugs.
He has a blockhead. That is a 90-degree angle on his head.
Wait, do you think it's a toupee or do you think it's hair plugs?
That's not a toupee anymore. I don't know what the fuck that is. No, I don't know if it's natural. It might be on the side.
It might fall. Yeah,
Just look at
Biden
the
might
side of his
fall
hair.
trying to do it. Shit, you're right.
No.
Thank you, President.
The side of his hair looks 30 years younger.
Yeah.
Each of you. President Biden, you would be 86 at the end of your second term. How do you address concerns
Here we go.
about your capability to handle the toughest job in the world well into your 80s?
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized being the youngest person in politics. I was the second youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent. I think that just look at the record, look at what I've done, look I've turned around the horrible situation he left me. As I said, 15 million new jobs, 800,000 manufacturing jobs, more investment in America, over billions of dollars in private investment in
Yes, the bimbo furry is related to Kaiser Wilhelm I. How could you cope now? Gore.
I want to do what is essential and necessary to all of my ancestors and make you fucking beg.
Find the cheapest jobs overseas and then bring home a product. So I went to South Korea.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make
Thanks for
fucking monarchy get to its knees. Viva la revolution.
Those fabs they call to build these chips. Those fabs.
Hail to the queen? Nah, fam. Viva la revolution. We don't believe in monarchy.
$40 billion already being invested in.
That's why I don't like people calling me queen.
What's your
Listen.
number to try to
All over from all over the world.
President Biden, you have 40 seconds.
Are you still streaming?
Would you
Yes,
like
I
to add
am.
anything?
What's your number to try to
I'm pretty sure Trump's hair is an SCP. True.
What's my number?
Never heard a president talk like
To
this.
I just did Ancestry.com.
We're the envy of the world.
I just did Ancestry.com.
Single major
It's a.
It's a Euclid level threat. True.
Yeah. I just said Kaiser Wilhelm. And then from my dad's side, I'm related to the Tsar of Poland. Mush mush Dovroski. Mush mush Dovroski.
How did
Reds,
your
can I tell you
ancestors
something
get
I
to-
really like about you?
Where you from?
No.
They don't want to screw around with us.
No, like, I had a bunch of fucking rich people just slaying dick around.
Of your second term. Would
Can
you
I
say
tell you what I really like about you now?
your capabilities
Well, I took
I'm a pink bunny with a butt.
No, I think I can make you a good girl and help you a lot.
I'd like to see him take one, just one.
Yeah, yeah. Push your political beliefs on me.
No, I don't think I'm gonna push my political beliefs on you. I think I'm just gonna try to be a good person around you and, like, I don't know, help you and be an example.
You could fix her. You could fix her.
No, it isn't fixing you. Fixing you implies you're broken. Do you think you're broken?
I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was.
I don't know.
You're broken.
Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter.
I'll be happy to fix you if you're the one who
Good a
loves
shape
me.
as I was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to.
Or
take
if I'm the one
a
you
chance.
want to
And you know
break
what? I didn't do
you,
well. I
rather.
aced him. Dr. Ronnie Jackson was a great guy when he was.
Listen, I'd be
Could
more
you
than
shut
happy.
down your camera for this? Oh, that's just stupid.
No, no. Essentially, we're just like the fucking Mystery Science Theater 3000 heads, like looking at this.
Oh, you said 6'4", 200. Well, anyway,
If you're familiar with that series,
just take a look at what he
I hope my
said.
ancestors are proud of me.
Yes.
Well, can I tell you the damn truth?
I got my handicap. Which when I was
3000 Theater Casting Couch Edition.
Yeah, the Mystery Science Theater 3000. I'm gonna breed a furry addiction. Addiction? Addition.
Edition.
No, no, it's me breeding furries being an addiction. That's the problem. Anyways.
That was like the first commentary on YouTube. It's good.
Well, now. Okay, so unironically, I hope my ancestors are proud of me. Your ancestors are gonna be happy you eat, if they care about you. They're gonna be happy you have stable food because they didn't.
You have 3 meals a day. That's an American concept.
Again, most of human history is tragedy, and any attempt to pretend like going back at all is anything good is a fucking lie trying to sell you something, like you said.
One of the strongest statements you've ever seen. In addition to the speech I made,
Everything used to be so much worse.
And
It's narrative.
No matter how smart
All
you are,
narrative.
you could always get sold. No matter how smart you are, you can get sold.
Well, it depends on what you say. Do you think it necessarily has to be transactional?
It's a relationship. Sales is making a friend and
Question.
yes.
What about a sale you make to someone who you never meet?
I've done that. I've done sales for 7 years.
No.
I've knocked on 100 doors every day.
Oh, honey. Honey. Honey, are you in an MLM?
I actually still have money in my passive from MLM that they used to sell stuff by treasure. But considering sales are the best salesman, so I got a lot of money with sales from there. And I actually just do a job.
Well, here, I'll put it this way. I don't think sales is a good fucking example because I think sales is essentially and inherently what you get out of a situation when, to be honest, you're temporary. I think that in honesty, the real... Again, it is communication.
Not to do drugs. You do sales. How do you get your wife?
No, silly, you're getting it backwards. No, you don't get them to buy into it. You get them to believe in it. If you... Okay, are you corrupted by capitalism? Is everything money? Then why is it a sale?
No. That's just what it's called. Sales.
That isn't... That's...
There's no
propaganda
in sales. It's actually called salesman. There is no job position in sales that's actually called salesman. Never. There's no such thing as. That's not a job role in sales. It's business
Okay, you're sales
consultant,
pilled. I
small
get it.
business
You literally
development.
look at a fucking apple and say that's a sell. Okay, whatever. Like that's the tree selling a fucking gravity to the apple as it falls. I don't fucking know. Like a story can be made from anything, but a sale can only be made from profit. or for profit, or some kind of, like, a good story doesn't necessarily need to have a transaction, doesn't need to have you sell it. It just, it's, no, it's, a sale is very egotist. Oh lord. Oh lord. I'm being rated by 2 viewers. Holy shit, thank you.
BYFTV rated your channel with 2 viewers.
Hi. Thank you, Lucky, for coming. Thank you, Colby, for rating.
I'm gonna stop for 10 minutes.
Trump, thank you.
That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started, ever.
He's talking about World War III. Well, my point is that sales are, again, very, like,
because Ukraine's not winning that war.
We can talk about it in 5 minutes.
Fine.
They're running out of people. They're running out of soldiers. They've lost so many people. It's so sad. They've lost so many people.
Hi,
And
Colby.
they've lost those gorgeous cities with the golden
Hi, Marty.
roads that are 1,000 years old, all because of him and stupid decisions. Russia would have never attacked if I were president.
Russia would have attacked if you were president, and they would have steamrolled Ukraine, you dipshit.
Followed your channel.
Oh shit, thank you, Black Wolf, for following. You're lovely.
Well, you know Ukraine stopped them by themselves. Like literally with what they had.
No, I'm saying that Trump would have actively worked against Ukraine instead of helping them.
How do you act? That doesn't work.
By preventing other
Wouldn't
NATO countries
work.
from sending aid and material.
They have no help. They had no help when they stopped them and in the start. They literally blew up a fucking dam to stop them.
What I'm saying is that a lot of the ability for them
That's cool. That sounds like a Call of Duty mission.
That is true.
It is like a Call of Duty.
Ukraine would have fucking lasted with or without U.S. support, you're right, but I'm saying in the event of a hindrance to Ukraine, they wouldn't have lasted, like, as well. And maybe would have even failed.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, oh god, they're all so ugly. Bad people are ugly. I love you, Colby.
About somehow there's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. I'll tell you what, I doubt we will accept it because you're such a whiner. You know,
You're a whiner.
You're a whiner.
You're a whiner.
Look at him.
We'll be right back with more from the CNN president.
Jesus Christ, that was actually kind of a fucking bite, actually. I love this.
That's a good commercial break.
That is a good time to stop a commercial.
Also call him baby hands.
Baby hands. Baby hand, whiner, felon, pee-pee boy.
Baby hand. Baby hands. Actually, I find that offensive. I have like tiny little hands.
I have small hands too, but I'm gonna take estrogen so I have an excuse.
Well, the estrogen doesn't help your hands.
No, motherfucker. I'm saying I'm going to make the rest of my body diminutive
This is
too.
no flashing like all the time. What the fuck? I'm literally.
Regardless.
blind. I'm rejoining.
Regardless. Here's the definitional difference I would make between a sale and a story. A sale is something that you intentionally craft in order to get something out of someone else. A story doesn't necessarily need that. It is in itself sometimes.
The 5 steps to a conversation, the 5 steps to a conversation, intro, short story, presentation, closing, rehash, is exactly what you see in every single story. Every single story belongs around 72 archetypes that you see in every single thing, from Shakespearean to long tales that you now hear nowadays.
Regardless.
It's all about the same
None
thing.
of that. Okay, what about people
Don't
who
talk
do
about
that for
stories.
nonprofit reasons?
That's the beauty of humanity. But the thing of sales is to get you to say yes. That's the only thing of sales, and to make friends. and
Okay,
communicate
if you
properly.
define sales as
Only
the
reason
art of
why
getting
I-
consent, then sure. I define the
It's
art of
legitimately
stories.
the art of getting consent. Sales, that sounds sexier than saying yes. Yes. Sales is the art of getting consent.
Yeah. Sales is the art of getting consent. Stories is the art of convincing people of reality. And you can determine what that is.
Well, story is multi-interpreted. That's why we have a Bible. Or that's why we have religion. Religion is just story. That's it.
Religion is because we're the
Religion is
only
just the
monkeys.
same shit.
Religion exists because we're the only primates that you can say, hey, if you go fucking run at this giant motherfucker with a stick, you'll go to heaven if you die. We're the only people dumb enough to believe that shit.
What did I miss?
We're watching the fucking debates. I don't know if you pay attention
So
to
you're
the group or
saying
not.
ants are in... So you're saying the ants are atheists?
No, they're
Are you saying that...
they're social animals. They're not social animals. Social animals and sentient animals have to be able to believe in something in order to actually hold a religious belief. Ants don't have the capacity to believe in anything as far as we can understand. So for the moment, I would say maybe not, because I just don't know.
So you're just saying mammals?
I would say the only primates that are
You think
capable.
there's a dolphin god?
I would say there might be.
Dolphin Jesus.
There might be.
I want dolphin Jesus.
Well, to a lot of animals, we are God. To a lot of animals, we are God. You know how many animals come up to humans in need of aid and say, hey, I know you're an apex predator? Like, there's very many examples of animals in nature coming up to humans and saying, I'm dead either way, fix me or kill me. And then humans typically fix them, so a lot of them do that.
Social animals can communicate. Social animals can communicate and say, like, hey, those little things...
Depends
that are
on
made out of
communication.
flesh.
In that case, I would say ants are religious
you
because they believe that their queen is the god who gives birth to their race. Then in that case, I would say they're religious, if they could think.
Find ourselves in a situation where, number one, we have to make sure we have a fair
Oh, trust me, I would love to be used as a brood queen.
watching this debate.
Fuck.
Screen's acting up for me.
You might want to resync.
I say, nobody
Welcome. We're talking politics.
increasing the taxes and the whole nother. And if I'm reelected, that'll be the case again. But
Ants are crazy, true. If I see a storyteller and a salesperson next to each other, I'll admit I'd be more relaxed around a storyteller. True. Finally, a direct insult. True. Thank you, Demand. Thank you for trying to hop on after stream.
You want to know the difference, though?
There is a difference.
That's the thing about a salesperson. You want to know the difference if you're a good salesperson.
If you're a good salesperson, you wouldn't know the difference? Well, that's because I think your art is derived from mine. Your art is much more recent than even the art of commerce or currency.
Derived from stories. Everything's derived.
Yes, they are. That's the only way we can understand the world, I think, as human beings.
That's like saying math.
Okay, I'm gonna dip because this is so fucking... I can't watch this anymore.
If you
like flashing all the time.
Well, resync it. Feel free to resync it. It hasn't acted up for me,
I did
but
already.
yeah, in that
already
case, I don't know what
redone.
to do or say. If it's too much for you, it's too much for you.
You have to add the hardware acceleration line.
There we
your,
go.
Launch.
There we go.
Launch options for VR chat.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
Is there pins in this
Thank you,
world?
President Biden. President Trump.
I don't know if there are.
Yeah, certain video players are older, like this one that's downstairs,
Yeah.
and it has acceleration through hardware, and it causes flickering, and he never fixed it, or most worlds don't update.
Oh, I see it flashing in the stream a lot. Oh, Lord.
Our military doesn't respect him. We look like fools in Afghanistan. We didn't stop Israel. It was such a horrible thing that would have never happened. It should have never happened. Iran was broke. Anybody that did business with Iran, including China, they couldn't do business with the United States. They all passed. Iran was broke. They had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah, for terror. No money whatsoever. Again, Ukraine.
Okay, okay. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said we're fucked either way?
The Palestinians, and we have everybody
Yeah, because even our third, well, I mean, there's Kennedy, but I don't know how people are gonna feel about Kennedy.
Kennedy's worm-brained anti-Semite.
because they don't respect you, and they have to respect their president, and they don't respect you throughout the world.
He literally said that COVID like doesn't affect Jewish people because it's a bioweapon. Like and he complains that people got him on that quote because it was supposed to be off the record. That's his defense.
We've done, nobody's ever, never seen anything like, even from a medical standpoint, right to try.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. All of it matters.
Off the records.
All of it. Well, that is true. I will say that is true. I will agree with you on that. I would say all of it matters, and everything does matter. Well, everything matters. In that we can agree. Everything's on the record because everything matters, in my opinion. All of it does.
Like the bimboist little rabbit I've ever seen. It's cute.
Oh no, Reds is literally the cutest fucking little thing.
Like, oh, there's so much shine on your collar, I can't even read what's on it.
I will warn you and advise you that we are on Twitch, so careful with that, but I would also say that I did talk about being a brood mother earlier, so there's bit of good, bit of bad. Just don't do anything. You can say some things.
Honestly, if it got banned already, I don't know what will get him banned.
I'm not banned. I haven't been banned. I haven't been banned because no one's reported me.
Why are we watching? Why are we watching the retard channel?
Okay, that I can't allow. So careful with your language. Careful with your language. I understand you're autistic, so you get the same N-word pass as most people with our condition. Yes, I believe the pants on head people, as we are the helmet wearers that we are.
I won't say it again, but in my opinion, I think everyone gets a free pass to bring back the R-word.
That is fair. No, I agree with you in that regard. If I wasn't on Twitch, I'd be saying it too.
But I won't say it again, I promise.
You're good, you're good. Oh, no, you're good. The reason we're watching this... The reason that we were watching this is because it's quite important. For anyone who isn't aware, if you like porn, you better hope Trump loses. Trump winning and a Republican victory in 2025 would mean the end of pornography.
Like Campbell's chicken noodle soup kind of deal, or did you make your own?
I would just kill myself. Also,
yeah, I will too.
Is more likely to end. Also, that's just expressed in phrase. Also, if you like, gay people and trans people, don't vote for Trump either.
That is also true. That is also true.
As a man
Jane
who has relations with women,
he's got lots of blood
and fornication with men, I don't like homosexuals. All they do is call me daddy.
Because they feel this debate was so terrible. They do say moments in the debate later, the president got better and got his footing.
I think both presidents are terrible.
Yes.
I think Biden is a dog turd with sprinkles, and Trump is just a dog turd without sprinkles.
I think
Trump is a little too radical.
A little too radical.
Biden needs to retire.
Biden is just a puppet at this point. That's the only reason why you want to reelect him, because they can manipulate him to do whatever they want him to do.
Well, I don't think that's the case, because they can't get him to stop being a fucking Zionist. That's obvious.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna leave because I avoid politics like the fucking plague.
Feel free to. This is specifically a political space, and
I was gonna say, the fact that this is even on the TV specifies the fact that it's a political spot. I don't think anyone's gonna pull out their blicky and blast you though. So
no. The only thing I would say is okay. My general interpretation of what politics is trying to shape the world around what you want it to be. That is the art of politics. That is what politics should be. How you want to shape the world. Now, if you want to shape it to good things in my definition or good things in your definition, we can argue on those definitions. But ultimately, there are some people who legitimately just say they want bad fucking things. And we can all say right now, at the very least, fuck those guys and say, fuck both of them, but at least one of them is going to give us a chance to say fuck him back. Like, I can say fuck you Biden under Biden's election this year. I can't say fuck you Trump if Trump gets elected.
Ice cream would have Adderall in it.
Look,
that is
I don't like either one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like either one of them, but if I had to choose, I would choose.
I would
If
like
you
to
like.
point something
Biden
out.
blast.
The
I don't
last
vote.
4
I
presidents
never
have
vote.
proven
I'm
that the checks and balances system hasn't worked.
Well, the only way that it
I think Bernie
actually
Sanders should be president.
Bernie Sanders should be president. Bernie Sanders should be president. But even then, I'm kind of glad that Bernie wasn't president because he didn't get to fucking disappoint everyone.
Illuminati, but the Illuminati wants Israel.
Okay, shut the fuck up. The Illuminati. Okay, when you say that, it makes me think that you're thinking of the Elders of Zion or some shit. Like Jesus Christ, no. Like the Illuminati.
No. I said Elder Ring. I didn't say that.
Oh
I
shit.
said Elder Ring.
Whatever. Well, whatever. Like, I don't think that it actually is just like AIPAC or whatever. It's actually a much bigger conglomeration of a bunch of different independent PACs that all have very.
AIPAC is huge.
They have a lot of money.
AIPAC is huge.
They have a lot of money, and I realized that they fucked up the New York 16th district election with it. But they aren't the end-all be-all of politics, and acting like they are is stupid. I think a lot of people treat them like that, but they don't actually have that much power compared to other big political PACs. Other big political PACs have a lot more money, and therefore a lot more power. Hence why I think it's conspiratorial and stupid to say that they're in charge when they don't have all the money. Especially when money determines how shit works.
You're pretty AIPAC is the majority donor in all of Republican donors. Just a heads up.
That is true. That's because that's the only group that really likes them.
What you saw was a candidate who's deeply vulnerable.
There's a few other ones.
Well, fossil fuels too. A lot of the fossil fuel boys. Anyways.
Okay debate by Joe Biden. I'm living in a parallel universe.
Personally think that no matter what we're fucked, we're just choosing our different flavor of fuck.
Oh, no. There's a difference of the fucked we are going to be. One fucked is status quo. Everything that you've been living through right now under Biden, you're just going to deal with that. If you get Trump, here's what you're going to get on top.
On the biggest issue for Democrats tonight.
An authoritarian Christian nationalist autocracy. Yeah, the debate ended a little bit ago.
I believe religion is bad.
I'm worried I'm going to lose if Joe Biden's the top of the ticket. Bob Casey, I promise you tonight in the state of Pennsylvania, is thrown up in his mouth because
No, I think religion is bad in period. No, I think religion is bad, period. I think religion is bad, period. I think being able to convince someone of divine command theory is bad. I think it's an irrational belief system that allows people to justify anything because morally it means that anything is permissible.
I'm not getting into all that. And what I'm
If you
saying
don't
is
want to, that's fine.
specifically when no, I mean like I'm not getting into like use it for like no, I'm talking about like the abuse of the idea of it and using it instead of most religion is supposed to be like a moral code system, right? That's
Like
what most
Buddhist,
of them are supposed to be.
Muslim, Hindu, American Christian, whatever.
Commandments and their rules, right?
No
But
one
the problem
obeys
is that
rules
people
because no one
interpret
fucking
them and
reads the holy
twist
books
them.
even. No one fucking reads anymore.
My religion is the show. My name is
Seven other people. Exactly. So
That's
that's the problem with it. So.
I'd rather have you worship like a dog at the shrine of my heart.
Thing of symbolism put into words is how
Alright, well, I'm gonna go before I get triggered or something.
Wow. If I end up triggered,
Twitch, titties.
that would be over there, actually. That's for the cameras, but I would love to give you a reason to trigger yourself, you silly little gooner. And that I can say on Twitch because that isn't too much for them, apparently. Especially if I don't have any kids in my audience, and I make sure of it.
I just want to speak from my heart.
I don't
to you.
I love that.
I really hope so, because saying my name when you do so gives me power.
We pay taxes on all our food, all our fuel, anything we buy.
That's
like over time.
Okay, but where do those
it's
taxes
just like
go
any
to?
startup country.
Where do those taxes actually go to? Like, okay, so you pay taxes on all your... Okay, sales taxes go to local
No,
businesses,
there needs to be a
though.
readjustment of taxes. The tax system is so old, no one has ever gone back. Because I remember the funniest thing that Trump ever said was during the debate with Hillary, he's like, I'm going to fix taxes. And she's like, oh, but the tax system isn't broken. It's like, it's only not broken because it's helping you and your friends.
Well, taxes came from the losing nation. So if you lost, you could be destroyed, razed to the ground, or you pay taxes.
Hey,
Well, the American
Reds.
people are getting taxed.
is a threat to democracy. I think he is a
Friends,
threat to the
may I give you
America as we
affection?
know
I had a good time talking to you.
No, dude, I want to hang out with you more now. I like you a lot.
I didn't realize you were actually spotted.
I just hope you don't feel like you're unsafe or unwelcome. And that's the one thing that I've been making people feel a lot of lately. And I don't want to.
Oh,
So,
you did talk about politics,
Welcome
which
to
is the worst way to
2024.
do that.
no, this is specifically a space that I said specifically was to do that because, again, I think it's very important to remember. I know you can, and I would love to test to see how far it can go. In one capacity, not in the political debate capacity. I mean sex.
Actually, is what happens because to his
I'm gonna head out. It's nice meeting you, Smoke Bimbo.
it's also sometimes
Oh, not nice to meet
Hopefully
me
I'll
either.
meet you in a dark alleyway one day.
and I don't know who it is.
One day,
Yeah. Steal your lunch money. Hand over the lunch money.
I'm just
Bunny.
telling you, to Abby's point, I've been
You'll
doing
get
this
hurt.
for 30-something years, going on 40 years, and I have never, ever had what happened
Well-
in this thing tonight happen in the middle of the debate. It started
Hey,
early,
who'd you
and it
invite
continued.
off of, if you don't mind me asking?
Van made a very important point. These are people who love Joe Biden. Who credit Joe Biden
Yeah.
for kicking Donald Trump out of the White House. They're Democrats. The Democratic Party is a very diverse party.
I am a
it
being
fights about a
who's
lot
been
of things.
around
It has
for a very
generational
long
issues, it has
time.
regional issues, and everything else.
Well, if you didn't like me, I'm sorry. I hope you have a better impression of me the next time we meet, if we do.
Joe Biden for kicking him out. They don't want him
Like I
back.
said, this is an obvious fucking politically charged room. I don't care. Fine.
Apparently you do. I'm the only one you didn't say goodbye to in my stuff.
To like a pug or a black cat or something, you know what I mean? Like, those are places where people are away from all that. So.
I don't want to argue with you anymore. Have a good night.
You don't challenge the incumbent because when it's happened in the past, they haven't beaten the
Doesn't
incumbent,
fucking
and then the
say
incumbent's
goodbye. Okay.
Trump that helped
Annoyed.
Joe Biden the nominee because there was a feeling that if there were a primary,
Not to me. Well, whatever.
that Biden would probably
Anyways.
it would weaken him in a general election.
You have a good one.
So there were people who
Guess
could
I
have
came
run
to the
it,
very end.
because the
You
history
kinda
of
did.
Stupid shit on my
the
computer.
point is now he is the nominee of the Democratic Party. This isn't the 60s.
Like, I'm in a VA, and I wanted to change the logo of the BIOS on my
You have
VA
PA?
just to be an idiot. So.
You have PA in your groups?
I,
PA in your groups?
I am in PA, but I'm not going to the dance event. It's with Ascension, right?
No. I go to the other one. I always go there with Hollow. I go there every Thursday. Yeah.
And it was also
Maybe.
one night. So yes, was it an important night? Yes.
It's
but
fine.
it was one night in the course of a campaign.
Maybe. Regardless, someone's slap is open. That's fine.
Thursday one.
Well, I may if I'm not forced to get out of my low punny. Regardless,
That was essentially, Trump said you ought to take a test. That was his test, and people are going to feel that he came up wanting, not on the substance. I think he actually won on the substance. I don't.
oh,
think
shut the
he did.
fuck up.
I think what it says to a lot of people, a lot of active Democrats is, man, we can beat this guy, but I don't know if we can beat him with the press guys got when we came on.
Dude, they're really fucking eating on Biden now, actually. And that's just kind of weird. I wasn't expecting them to do that.
Yes, we did. Every single personality.
CNN?
Yeah.
The candidacy has fallen.
Like I said, lobbyists.
No, they're just a bunch of fucking pundits at this point. Literally none of these people matter. All of them are going to fucking die irrelevant. Anyways. Okay. Point of the debate is if you don't vote for Biden, you're never gonna see me again. After Trump gets elected. Ever.
Well, it's gonna take a few months.
After Trump gets elected, I am going to just kill every bit of me that matters. Anyways, got it. Big iron on his hip. I'm very glad that this song doesn't trigger Courier as much as Jingle Jangle Jingle does, because I would have fucking transitioned into him, and that shit would have been wild on stream. He hasn't fucking streamed on this channel in like 3 years. Jesus Christ. Fucking DID. Anyways. You lovelies, you amazing people, thank you for coming to the watch party and for participating in our democracy. Mara will just be Diana if Trump wins. Yeah, I won't even actually be able to be Diana because I won't be able to transition. I'll have to go back to my dead name. I will have to stop all the pills I'm going to start taking this year. And I'm going to have to go back into the closet, which means deleting everything that is even remotely an indicator that I'm trans, if I want to stay out of prison and or death camps. Anyways, with that lovely cheery note, great note, I'm gonna raid Sweet Cheeks with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all over to Sweet Cheeks. Sweet Cheeks is a lovely person, and I appreciate them very much. And hope all of you guys do too. Mara will just be... thanks for all here watching. Thanks for all here participating. I hope each and every one of you realizes that you matter in every way that does. Or, in other words, you matter in every way that matters. And I hope you feel it, realize it, and live it. Because if you do, you'll be a better person, and you'll treat other people better. Because you'll realize the same of them. Hopefully. Anyways, beyond all that, I hope you have a good rest of your night. And I will send you over to the sexy femboy who I'm going to help get jiggle physics in VR chat. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your day. Alright, that's it.